Bombay.
Bombay is crazy. Don't bring me in like that.
Do what Marcus does. Bust down Pantheoners.
That's a thing. He really calls them Pantheoners.
Yeah, you don't really watch the beginning of the streams?
I can't tell you the last time I came in at the very beginning of a stream.
Neither can Darius.
I don't even show up on time to my streams. So just saying.
It's all good. I hope you guys like the green screen. Get used to the green screen team. First name Chill, last name Monger. We're joined by the back of the bus. We're joined by Josh.
I'm just here so Marcus doesn't get fined.
Why is Marcus not here right now?
He prepared a statement. Would you like me to read it?
Hold on, sorry, I hit the wrong button by accident. Go ahead. What was the statement that he had prepared?
Again, yeah, I'm just here so Marcus doesn't get fined. One half of the back of the bus. I'm Josh. Y'all know me. Marcus isn't here. Like I said, he prepared a statement. He did say, good evening, Pantheonas. I didn't know Pantheonas was a real thing. I thought he made that up. And then he says, obviously he couldn't make it due to prior engagements with the missus. And so he sent me so that he doesn't get fined.
Then Grace? What was her name? You said it on the stream one day. I forget it.
Grace is crazy.
It wasn't Grace. It was Hazel.
Yep. You got it. That's it. Actually, her name is
Pantheona. Clearly it's not it. But you guys said it on a stream the other day, though.
Her name is Pantheona.
Oh, Pantheona. And she's reading Children of Blood and Bone, the audiobook. I know that.
I think you just made that up.
No, he's told me about that. And I was like,
are you gaslighting me right now?
Brother, we're here to enjoy fiction, entertainment. We're joined by JJ Gaiman, Blues House, who had a live stream earlier today.
WTF is crazy.
Well, read that word for word from Johnny.
Bust down Pantheonas.
Thing. We'll fly. Peace, guys. R.I.P. D'Angelo.
Facts.
Freshly.
R.I.P. D'Angelo. Facts. Music legend. R&B legend. Neo Soul legend.
Kiss from that famous band where they painted themselves black and white. Dwayne is here. The Informant Media is in the building. Wolverine solid. This guy is a regular now, Wolverine. Take that Ohio State jersey off, bro. It's go blue. Only over here. Wolverines all
Bucks,
the way.
Baby. Undefeated. Some teams aren't undefeated, but this team is. This team's number one.
If they're number one, how are you going to insult that Wolverine? Why don't you congratulate them on their success?
What success? They just lost last week.
Ohio
but
State
you know what? The success that they're not Penn State. I'm sure that we can agree on that, at least.
I said, who is he and where is Marcus?
I'm just here so Marcus doesn't get fined.
Like he's hiding in an abandoned closet. Which one of us?
That's crazy. Yeah, it does kind of look like you're in an abandoned closet.
Green screen, bro. Get used to it. If I did some prep time, I could have like
Michael Jackson. Use the green screen. You have it. Use it.
I'll use it when I want to use it. When I choose to use it. We might just be talking about Kevin Feige, and then look what's gonna happen behind me. Just wait, guys.
Is Kevin Feige gonna pop up behind you? I'm afraid.
Very afraid.
I am very afraid. With AI, they can do crazy things.
We're gonna begin with where we have to begin. Iyanu. Everyone knows that this show, the Iyanu show, was an adaptation of a comic book that was created 4 or 5 years ago. It was basically after the 2018 hit movie Black Panther. Inspired a writer named Roy Okupe, who's living in Nigeria, to create a comic book. It was actually picked up by Dark Horse Comics here on this side of the world. So Unique Studios is the name of his production company. He doesn't just do the Iyanu comic. He's got a comic called EXO and others whose names I forgot to. And you can subscribe to the subscription service for like $5, and you can have a monthly free access to, not free, you pay $5, but then you'll have access to all of the comics he's ever created. This guy is doing big things. He talks to Cartoon Network and he gets a kids show. Season 1 has completed. You can watch all 10 episodes on HBO Max. And it was the #1 watched kids show ages 4 to 12 on Cartoon Network. So by all metrics, statistically, this thing has succeeded. He now got a budget for a second season.
Nice.
This is what they showed us at New York Comic Con. I am proud of this. I'm glad to be part of the, at least YouTube coverage of it. It brings a tear to my eye. Not really. That'd be be lying if I said that. I don't want to lie. But it brings happiness to my heart to know that this show, which is compared to Avatar, compared to this and that, exists. So here's a fight scene. Go ahead. What do you want to say, Josh?
It seems to me that your channel has a beef with you discussing Iyanu, or at least some of your subscribers have a beef with you discussing Iyanu at length. What's the deal?
I don't want to misrepresent the idiotic takes that they have against Iyanu.
Did you just call the takes from your subscribership idiotic?
I believe so. I just did call my subscribers idiotic. I should have called them stupid, tasteless. There's other words I could have used.
Okay, now is the perfect time for me to explain the real reason I'm here. I'm here to take all of your subscribers and bring them to back of the bus where we wouldn't treat you like that, right? We wouldn't call you idiots. We wouldn't say you have idiotic takes.
What if
and
they
we
cheer
won't
for the Wolverine?
bombard you with Iyanu stuff if you don't like it.
What if they cheer for Michigan State Wolverine?
Well, my co-host roots for the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan State Wolverines is hilarious, by the way. But yeah, my co-host roots for them, so why would I be upset?
Still stays pushing Iyanu. Respect. There it is. You see, I don't know what audience you're talking about. If you are part of that audience, get.
Nah, not a beef. It's just that joint ain't it. See, they don't. I don't know. I'm out of the loop.
No. He's here, right? You're here. You're here.
I'm out of the loop. I don't know.
You're here right now. Don't look away. Tell me if this is not high quality entertainment. This is a fight scene that they gave us at New York Comic Con. Beautiful. It's cloud. Back flipping. Okay, who? You gotta know who that is that who just whipped her. In that first season, he was like the big, you know how sometimes they have a bad guy and then they'll make the bad guy whoop on that bad guy, so you go, oh, he's really worse. Like there's Raditz and there's Nappa and then there's Frieza. He's Frieza. So that's who just did that to her.
Okay.
Go back to it. Hold up.
Jaja, if there are any brains behind that mask, I suggest you use them and spare yourself the embarrassment of another defeat. Unless you're afraid of a little girl who will leave her bow out of the fight.
So much swag. Wasn't like this in the first season.
Okay?
Arm.
I said no weapons.
Not mad at that. Leverage. What?
They showed all of this at New York Comic Con?
Did.
It's a long ass clip.
2 minutes and 17 seconds. Maybe it feels longer because I paused in between.
Maybe.
Look at that. Sasuke Naruto. With the trumpet.
Are you done? Or do you want another round?
Iyanu returns in spring of 2026.
Okay.
Not of approval. Where are you? Culture Made Channel. You were talking in the chat. I want your number out of 10. You give it a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 10, maybe.
Somebody gave it a 9 out of 10. The informant media gave it a 9 out of 10.
Good informant media. You're informed.
This is cooking, but what about the story that keeps us? That's what keeps us. I mean, it's a clip, so they can't give us too much story, but the action scene was cool.
Yeah, have an 8. Comic Chameleon gives it a 7. And I don't know. I can't be mad at you guys for giving your opinions, right? Oh, look, you gave it a 9 out of 10.
So is Iyanu the girl?
Yes, Iyanu was the girl. Yeah.
Okay. Is there also a prominent male figure protagonist? Potentially?
Yeah. In her friend group has 2 other boys.
Okay.
And
Not bad.
that leopard Ekun, he's also a male leopard. It actually spoke.
It's a leopard. A leopard. That's crazy. Getting a little close.
It's like a panther.
Getting a little close. Just saying.
Wait, what? Why is it
better than a Wolverine?
Like, what about like if all popular black fictions just had panthers in it, and it would be a nod to Black Panther with Jack?
It'd be a little too much.
That would be too much. I feel like, look what Stan Lee and Jack Kirby did.
We can't all be panthers and wildcats and bearcats and bobcats.
You know how many things fictions have dogs in them?
Sure.
Right.
Come on, we can think out of the box a little bit. We can do a little bit better. I mean, we already have cyborgs and lanterns, Green Lanterns. We've got other things. We don't have to just be. Are you calling black people animals? Chillmonger, are you calling black people animals? Is that what's happening right now?
And if there's going to be a mystical animal in a fiction, choose panther.
I just want chat to know that Chillmonger just basically said we're nothing better than animals. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Dragonfly Jones looks decent, 7. Watch this, says Wolverine solid. Look at that. Look, we're putting people on. You can stream it right now on HBO Max.
But the Black Panthers changed the world. Yeah, facts. I'm just saying, not everything needs to be cat related.
Dogs are more common than big cats. Well, if we're talking logically, they are more common than big cats. Less jungles in the world, more domesticated house dogs.
My only gripe is like it's like giving a certain race of people only electric power. Oh wait,
yeah. Everyone's bald,
right? Every single one.
Tropes still.
But that's what makes the big cat special. I mean,
we haven't gotten to the point where it's too much. Like, oh my god, there's so many big cats.
No,
probably because
there's
not too many black-led fictions that are out there prominently. So like when we get there,
sure.
Mine has a cat, but it also has other animals too.
Regardless, I'm sold on Iyanu. I'm sold. I'll watch.
Yeah,
I got a whole other list of things that I need to watch before that, but I'll watch. I'll partake.
That's all I wanted to talk about.
Even though I still think your chat is kind of beefing with you a little bit on it, but it's neither here nor there.
Well, no, we converted them. You didn't see all the 7, 8s, and 9s?
I did, but I feel like they still got a little bit of it. Look, I'm just here so Marcus doesn't get fined.
Something else that came out of New York Comic Con was Jim Lee. He's a famous artist. You guys know the story. He is now the DC's CEO. Okay, so DC Comics premier president, top dude, was given a speech at Comic Con and gave us this great news about artificial intelligence.
Then it was Y2K, then NFTs, and now it's AI. History has a way of humbling predictions. The future rarely turns out the way the headlines warn us it will. But let me make one prediction I know I can stand by today.
That.
DC Comics will not support AI-generated storytelling or art.
Interesting.
Not now, not ever, as long as Andy Pease and I are in charge. Because what we do and why we do it is rooted in our humanity. It's that fragile, beautiful connection between imagination and emotion that fuels our medium.
Bro, that doesn't happen without an artist, former artist. So he still makes art. Jim Lee, when he's the president. If it was like a writer or an editor who became the president of DC, they may see things differently.
I like this announcement. Very solid announcement. My only issue, not now, not ever. So we can see in the future and can tell that we can completely avoid AI in the future as well. That just seemed a little extra.
He did add, as long as I'm in charge with his vice president. He did say that. So
I do hope we can avoid that. But I'm just saying, what happens if we get to a point where we can't avoid it? You know, a little extra, little sazon on top, a little extra. But I do like the announcement.
Okay. In order to get to the point where we can't avoid it anymore, comic sales would have to be so low we can't afford hiring an artist, and it would be all computer generated. You would pay the writer an extra $100-$200 more because of the work that he'll be doing putting it in the AI machine. But the only way that we get to that point where AI is necessary is if the comic books don't sell anymore, and that's not his goal, obviously, as the president, right? So I can see why he would put his foot down there. I was talking to your co-host though, your boy Marcus, maybe a year ago when Colin Kaepernick introduced his comic book AI. You can create your own art using this tool. And he was more in favor of it, talking about how it's futuristic. Maybe I shouldn't misquote him, but you seem to be against the artificial intelligence for artwork.
Yeah, no, I feel very weird about AI in cases of creativity, music, film, comics, obviously, storytelling. Leave that to humans.
What's that Tilly thing you were talking about on your stream? Tilly, the actor, the fake singer, fake actress.
Oh? Did we talk about that? You sure we talked about that? I don't remember talking about that.
It was probably the other Josh.
I talked about it specifically.
I feel like I saw you talking about it. Maybe I did.
Well, my thing is, I did actually kind of want to bring it up in Behind the Cape next week, but I don't remember talking about it.
Look, I just looked
at you gaslighting me again. What's going on?
My mistake. Sorry. It was someone else I was watching though. But someone else I was watching. Well, we'll save it for your show then. You save it for on Sunday when you do your live stream at Back of the Bus when Josh is gonna go in. Is it a W or a L?
It's Behind the Cape.
Got it. Understood. Over in the gifted five memberships.
Chillmonger memberships.
Very nice. I'm too fly cam for that. And you can expect some member content as soon as what will I do? An Iyanu video? I don't know. I'm too fly. What should the next members content be? Let me know in the chat.
The people don't want Iyanu content, Chillmonger. That's why they're beefing with you.
Yo, Iyanu doesn't want me doing Iyanu. They always like demonetize it and then restrict it from even showing in 552 countries and territories. It's annoying.
You still gotta promote it though.
Don't let me post it. Don't let me post their content and say it's all clear, everything's good. All the checks, right before you post a YouTube video because you post. And then 3 hours later, by the way, this violated this term. Like that.
This video is blocked from all regions. Okay. All right.
Except Israel.
Don't let the AI take jobs from us humans. Facts.
Right. If you don't know, when those AI generated art things do the thing, they're learning from images all over the internet, from photographers, from people who actually draw, and it goes from all of that content that exists. It goes from that into the AI generated stuff. They steal. It is inside of the like the storage units of these artificial intelligence tools. It is not compensating the people who originally drew that or took that photo. None of it is ethical. It's just the laws don't exist yet to be broken. But soon, as Congress, Senate, and everyone gets a little bit younger, there will be laws against it. It's just gonna take some time.
Say against it one more time. Say it against.
I said against it instead of against.
Against.
Sorry.
That's at Toronto coming out.
In Toronto, we don't pronounce the second T that way.
Against a.
You guys have a Toronto, Ohio. You know that, right?
It's fake news. It's fake news.
It's in the
Alternative facts. There is no Toronto, Ohio.
No?
No.
We're having our celebrity boxing match. It's going to be on neutral ground, Toronto, Ohio.
You versus Marcus?
Coming after you.
Oh, I don't box. I'm terrible at fighting. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Certified lover boy. Do something.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Where's Darius at?
What's the next topic? You're the host of this. I'm waiting for you to give me the topic. Is this what y'all deal with, chat? This rookie over here.
I'm the rookie. You know how many times we spoke at the exact same time?
Back
like,
of the bus, just
like you've never streamed before, and went, okay, this guy started. Let me chill. Let me make it so that there's not two sounds coming to their earbuds at the same time. Who's the rookie?
Just because we talk at the same time don't mean you can't introduce the next topic.
You have no chemistry here.
I'm just
what
saying.
if I introduce topics when I'm ready to introduce topics, and sometimes, like right now, there's literally nothing up on my tabs ready to share. So like you saying that causes a
Chillmonger. Introduce the next topic, or I'm about to end this stream right now.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. We got to go to Wonder Man. So this is not a trailer that I have seen. Actually, when I was watching Blue's House, he had the Wonder Man trailer up. I'm gonna play this thing.
Wait, the Wonder Man trailer? I need to see this. Because the way that Marcus was giving it up, this was like the worst trailer.
The internet
came out 5 days ago.
Yep. Sounds about right.
The entertainment world is stunned today when internationally celebrated and reclusive filmmaker Von Kovac sprung out of retirement to sign on for a remake of Wonder Man. Mr. Von Kovac, could you tell us more?
Everyone is tired of superheroes.
Hey, that was the same guy who played Netanyahu in the Superman movie. Okay.
That's funny.
Jarhanpur.
Everyone is tired of superheroes. There is an opportunity to reimagine a whole genre of storytelling.
Have you thought about casting?
So, what's this big audition you were talking about?
It's a huge opportunity. I'm auditioning for Wonder Man.
Did you hear about Wonder Man? I need to be in this movie.
Sorry, you crazy.
I was born to play this character.
Oh, you serious? Boo, they are already talking to Leo.
Okay.
You just gotta go out there and crush it.
Look at all the races of all the people auditioning.
I just want to let you know, I hate this. I hate this already. It sucks. This is trash already.
Culture says, can't lie, this trailer does nothing for me.
The Informant Media says, so he's not an actual hero? Yeah, I'm learning this now too, because I haven't seen anything since the last actual trailer they put out.
Well, maybe it's like Ironheart. It doesn't look like it's going to be inspirational, motivational, but then it ends up being... Actually, no. She signed a deal with the devil, didn't she?
This shit.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to come up with a backstory for the character.
Well, trust the words. Just show up and say them.
No, that's not my process.
Well, your process can go blow a spider.
The guy's killing it in there, bro.
Where have I seen him before?
Pretty sure he used to be a terrorist.
You can slate whenever you're ready.
Simon Williams, reading for Wonder Man.
Listen to me, Simon. The callback is happening now. Just be normal.
Normal man. The breakdown is go method.
Come in. Mr. Kovac will meet you in the living room.
So you all here to meet Von Kovac?
Mm-hmm. Hello, everyone. I want to explore the place between fiction and non-fiction.
That's tight.
We are going to make the last movie on Earth. No one will have the balls to make another. And action!
Any news from Von Kovac?
There is news. You'll be the first to know.
Unless you call me again, in which case I will never tell you.
8 episodes.
That thumbnail's crazy, by the way. Anyway, make a thumbnail. Where's the thumbnail?
Make a thumbnail too. I'll gladly use it.
So the stream I come on to don't get a thumbnail. Is that what's happening right now? Anyway,
I'm not in charge of this stuff.
Anyway, regardless, what the fuck was that? What does that have anything to do with the greater MCU? I saw the change. You're all sparkly, by the way. That's kind of funny.
My beginner self is wearing a greenish little top, so maybe that needs.
You
to
look
not
like
be.
a 80s glamour shot right now. Anyway, the point is, what the fuck does any of that have to do with the greater MCU right now? Right? We're in the multiverse. What does any of that get connected to at all? Why am I watching a series, a 8-episode series of Yaya trying to get cast as a superhero I don't give a fuck about? What is this?
White superhero, mind you. Because
Yeah,
remember, kids, no matter how invested you get into this, because you think, oh, that's a black superhero, when you go looking for that toy, when you go look into those comic books, Exhibit A.
That showed me nothing about the superhero. So why would I be invested into this? I don't even know that that's a superhero show.
Did he fly? Did he shoot anything? Did he super strength? Did he?
I don't know. That shit looked terrible. It gave me no more anticipation or hype about the show that I should want to watch. This is why you're failing.
Who is it for? I think like Hollywood people, they think because it's their world, right? Behind the scenes casting, they think that's interesting to them. They find the drama in it. Love the reward of telling someone you just made the part, and maybe that means a little bit more to them. To me, though, I've seen enough of them. Once upon a time before Hollywood, I've seen countless others. Don't come to mind immediately, but I've seen the behind the scenes show. Famous Jet Jackson, I saw that. I'm good.
Famous Jet Jackson was fire. Famous Jet Jackson. If you want to give me redo Famous Jet Jackson, oh, but you got to find a good enough actor.
But they don't recast Black.
Lee Thompson Young.
They don't recast Black. They're afraid of the impact that it might have to have a reoccurring
You
character.
can find a good enough Lee Thompson Young. Give me a remake of the Famous Jet Jackson.
Just saying. It's Marvel. You must watch it.
Okay, I'm trying to think. The last thing that I've watched that was Marvel was Fantastic Four, and before that, I can't even tell you. I don't know. I don't remember. It was from 2024 at least. I love my whites.
I love them. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever get too attached. Don't ever emotionally bring yourself to where you're like, I've made a bond with this character. I feel represented. No, you don't.
No, I don't.
You're in the middle of the phase 1, white character. Phase 2, they hire Michael Clark Duncan to play the Kingpin. Phase 3, Vincent D'Onofrio plays the Kingpin. We forget that Black version ever existed. We're in phase 2 right now.
I'm just upset because Yaya was on our short list to become T'Challa, and instead he does this. Good decision making. Great decision making.
Funny you mentioned T'Challa. I'm going to that one right next. Lee Thompson Young did die. You're right.
Unfortunately, R.I.P. to one of the goats, one of the child acting goats.
Played Cyborg in Smallville, so he was alive in 08, 09.
He was in Friday Night Lights.
Yeah. What was it with him? Respectfully, what was his issue? Because he was mentally, like, the childhood acting effed him up?
I don't know. I would assume it was something mental health wise, but I don't know.
So you got Marcus Cam today? I think it's the green screen. My camera's all right.
I was gonna say you got Marcus Cam. Shit blurry.
It is?
You got what's that cartoon? Actually, Ed, Edd n Eddy kind of had that too, where the lines kind of moved a lot. Home movies. You got home movies going on right now where the lines are with Dr. Katz type shit. No, okay, whatever. The olive green is crazy. I think you're supposed to have, you know what the problem is? You're supposed to have a light shine on the green screen as well.
Ring light.
A shadow.
We're still learning. We're ironing out the kinks.
It's cool, you know. Got Marcus.
Got Marcus's mic today too. Volume is a bit scatty. Okay.
Home movies.
Thank you for the feedback, though. Thank you for the feedback, letting me know to
Rewind a little bit and look at the lines around Chillmonger for that second. Did it not look like he was a character on Dr. Katz or home movies? I'm just saying. That shit was kind of funny.
Hardy har har. Yeah,
It's funny to me.
it's funny to me. Brendan Davis from the Phase Hero, he had an interview with Bryan Adams. That's the guy who did Marvel Zombies, working under
Gross.
Brad Winderbaum. Got it?
Got it, but gross. Marvel Zombies.
What's so gross about Marvel Zombies?
You're not asking seriously. I know you're not.
With Klaviyo, Away uses real-time data and built-in AI in one platform to personalize, measure, and engage.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't hit mute. Go ahead.
I said I hear an ad, but I didn't see a video.
But you said, what's so gross about Marvel Zombies? Is that what was gross?
The same thing that's wrong with Wonder Man. Marvel made it.
So in this interview, he's going to talk about the usage of the Black Panther. Thankfully, Brendan Davis, this independent wrestler, captures his videos.
The What If episode before, like rewatched it before going back to watch Marvel Zombies, because in episode 3 you pick up with where the What If episode ended off.
Yeah.
And obviously you have to handle the Black Panther stuff in a very delicate way, and I thought you did a really good job of that. I thought you gave T'Challa this beautiful send off and credit him with saving the universe.
Totally.
How hard was it to come up with what felt right for that?
You know, I think we were just pushed into that space, and that was like our really only option. I mean, it came, if memory serves, pretty crystalline. It's like,
Want to pause there. We were pushed into that space and it was our only option. You were pushed, that would mean that someone who works above you narrowed it and said that you can't use T'Challa, voice actor can't be casted, it came from above you.
Didn't they say something about consulting Ryan Coogler?
Yes, they did. That did happen. But that doesn't ignore the words we heard right now. If we were pushed into that space, it means that it was not initially your idea to have a non-vocal T'Challa. It was your idea to have him speak. It was your idea to do some things with him that were not regressive.
If you're pushing to something, you're probably not consulting somebody. You're already being told.
We're told no already. Keep reading.
oh, well, this has got to be how it is, because Marvel still wasn't ready to like cast a voice talent to replace Chadwick.
Yeah.
Even though I feel like if they were ever going to do it, animation's the way to do it.
Okay, that's another big one. Marvel wasn't ready. I wish he said who at Marvel it was. Got to be Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
Marvel wasn't ready. And if there was a way to do it, you do it at the voice, you do it at the animation. He's right. Bryan Adams is correct. Keep him around. Brian Williams. Brian, whatever his name was. Brian Andrews.
You sure?
It says right there. Director
right.
Brian Andrews.
Because you're not seeing like literally a physical actor taking over that role. It's just someone who would hopefully sound a lot like him.
Sure.
I think people would be more forgiving, but we would have to clear that. I'd want the family on board 1,000%, right? And at that time, Marvel's kind of like, we're just not even going to worry about that at the moment. It's like, all right, well then this is how we can do it without having the voice. We have Peter voice over the whole thing, kind of telling it like it's the memory, right? Because I got saved. So that was really cool. There was a whole different idea.
So they're not going to do what? Consult the family about using the voice or a voice that sounds similar? What was that? Just kind of skipped over that.
I also hate the way he said we have to consult we would like to consult the family, as if they would be against it. Every family member I've heard speak on it, comment on it, is for recasting T'Challa.
Like, maybe consult them. Maybe they'll tell you what they've already said in the public.
Amazing how much we know about it, but like Brian Andrews didn't at the time that he was working on that.
Yeah.
He's pretending not to know.
Yeah. We'll get to all the Hulk stuff. That was going to originally be a version of Black Panther.
Oh,
We were creating this new character where it's like this spirit of what he embodied when he made that sacrifice, gave birth to a being. When he says Wakanda forever, that the stones did this thing and created this being that could like harness that energy and just protect that spot like forever. And we called him Vigil, as if he was holding vigil at this point of where the king made his sacrifice. So he's almost holding vigil for the memory of all that was once there.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, I can't have that. T'Challa dies and he's dead.
And we had this design for him. He was amazing. He looked like this jet black, pure like man panther like thing with all that energy coming off of him. But we talked to like Ryan Coogler's people and Mr. Coogler himself, and they were kind of like, yeah, that's a great idea, man. It's really cool, but man, I just don't know. I don't know. So it's like, you know what? I get you. Let's not worry about this. There's a different way we can do this, and it might actually work out better. So we kept T'Challa sacrifice, and then the Wizards of Kamertage were kind of like, let's get Banner to do it, because we still had the problem of how do we wrangle that energy, and we still needed a character to fill the spot of once was this character's video.
And Coogler said it can't be T'Challa. Coogler and Coogler's people shot that shit down. This man is regressive to the franchise, the greatest black character that ever existed. And while he may have directed that first movie, everything he's done since the death of Chadwick Boseman has been to the detriment of the character. And I mean everything he's done. That doesn't mean Sinners was a bad movie. That doesn't mean he's not talented. It just means that he's got a mental block here that needs addressing. Maybe he needs to sit down with Chadwick Boseman's brother, Derek Boseman, and he can tell him about how the character needs to move on. It's so much important. Chadwick Boseman is not a diva or a gatekeeper or someone who wants the character not to be speaking in an animated show. I think that's what he needs. He needs to sit down with Derek.
Culture Made makes a good point here. Says, and they keep throwing Coogler in it like if it fails, it's his fault. Ain't no white man at Marvel answering to no black man. It seems to me that Marvel keeps having business issues tied to their emotional decision that they've made years ago. And so years ago, we tried to tell you, hey, you're making a bad decision. And, obviously we said it because we want the character T'Challa to remain in the MCU. But now it's affecting your business. It's affecting your other properties. Do something about that. Do the thing that we've been telling you to do for years now. Fix the problem, and you won't have these hiccups and these other problems that remain because of the emotional decision you tried to make some time ago.
Pretty straightforward, bro, but I don't know. Our voices aren't loud enough. Thank you everyone for being here, liking the videos, leaving comments, being someone who actually makes the Chillmonger channel, the Back of the Bus channel, Planet Fanatics a thing and like adds to our voices. And thank you again. Thank you. We need more because we're not hitting. So no, we make some strides. I saw a tweet from some guy I never seen before. He's like, as much as they don't want to admit it, the recast T'Challa guys are right, and Marvel's doing exactly what they said they would have. I was like, ooh, that's a good tweet.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with saying you were wrong. Say you were wrong and then just fix the issue. Fix the issue so you can go back to being Marvel. Well, actually, let me take that back because they're past recasting T'Challa is not going to fix all of their issues at this point. They're kind of past that, but it would at least fix some things.
Totally fix some things. So that is the recast T'Challa segment of today. We probably should have covered that 2 weeks ago, but we're covering it now. We have to cover it. This is the recast T'Challa headquarters. I want to make sure that everything is documented, everything is covered. You guys get to be informed if you are watching, so that you can be prepared for these talks and these Twitter debates and these everything else you guys are doing to ride out for the character, the most impactful positively of all the characters in fiction. I said all the characters in fiction, not comic books. But the inspiration that guy provides is not worth not addressing. So salute to everybody here, and salute to everyone who covers recast T'Challa, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's those guys like on Fandom Wire always writing an article on it. I noticed some publications are a little bit pro recast against the other ones. Love and respect to those guys who choose to cover, recast T'Challa. Notable things like this interview from this dude here, Brian Andrews, happened. If we didn't cover it, you would be mad at us, wouldn't you?
Are you beefing with somebody in the chat? What's happening? What is this?
Shout out to Sane MJ fan for DMing me and letting me know about this.
Shout out to that person.
Sane MJ fan. He's on Twitter. Recast T'Challa.
Also, shout out to Brian Fisher for $2.
His portrayal.
I shouldn't dance to that song actually, but
White Iverson.
I know.
The race swap.
Post Malone. A little bit of appropriation, but a hit is a hit.
When it comes to Marvel, fuck Coogler.
When it comes to Marvel,
fuck Coogler. And spent $2 to say that.
He felt away. I ain't mad at it. And also my statement from earlier, I did say, yeah, like they kind of throw Ryan Coogler to the wolves when it comes to these decisions about T'Challa. That's all. It's like he's the black scapegoat in this what's mostly a white superior decision.
Earlier, Brian Andrews says Marvel wasn't ready to move on. And I even paused it and I said, that means Kevin Feige. So he'll shield Kevin Feige from being named, but he didn't shield Ryan Coogler and Ryan's people. Saying what you're saying.
I missed that because I was reading the chat. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, that happens. All good. I mean, Steve Rogers went against the government for his terrorist friend, but Sam Wilson watched them take an innocent black man to prison when he wasn't the only one to attack the room. Talking about Brave New World. The less you say about that movie, the better. Said, don't forget Grand Pappy Campia. Okay.
Grand.
Oh, John Campia also was. This video was sent to me also from Sane MJ fan. Okay, so a couple days ago he was talking about Balin Skull, the character that we all remember from Star Wars from Ahsoka.
Mm-hmm.
That character was recasted.
Yep.
And before Campia got, and this is Campia, guys know him. He's on YouTube. He does coverage. Better than all of us. Makes more money. Stacks paper to the ceiling and rides on 24-inch chrome.
Good Boondocks reference.
That guy said, Disney needs to do this more. Dave Filoni was smart. This is why you recast. And I can't believe they didn't do it with T'Challa. And I'm like, did he just become Campia monger? Like, this sounded like he was saying things word for word. And I'm like, good Canadian kid. I loved what he said there. It was just like out of nowhere. Just like he was talking about Star Wars and he wanted to come in with the T'Challa stuff.
Well, I mean, Campia has said positive things about recast, right? He called himself the grandfather of recast.
Always rejected the T'Child too.
Even though grandfather is insane, but whatever.
Nah, I take no issues there.
I get what he meant. I just grandfather's insane. Because that's to say that somebody is a father, and that's to say that you are the father to the father. I'll leave that where it is. Just insane.
Day one, or the show after Chadwick Boseman died, I think he said recasting. I think he brought it up.
I don't think anybody should be father or grandfather of recast T'Challa. It's just a movement. We're all not children of other people. Just saying.
What makes it a movement?
A collective of people with similar ideas. In this case specifically, the similar idea of promoting action from a specific corporation, a filmmaking corporation.
All right. Campia on our side.
Fathers and sons of each other, but
Campia's a dick. I think Brand New Day and Doom. We're not talking about that yet, Brian. We'll get to that. I saw that commentary Campia did. Agreed. You guys are the up and coming Campias and Harloffs. Honored to be here. Still not at the studio. This is this. Go to my Instagram, Lawrence Report. Go to my Instagram. T'Challa, I'll be back. Chill, trust me. My Instagram story, you'll see. T'Challa, I'll be back. Chill, trust me. It's coming, bro. I just don't want to say T'Challa will be back and trust me when Kevin Jeffrey Feige said this.
His portrayal of T'Challa, the Black Panther, is iconic and transcends any iteration of the character in any other medium from Marvel's past. And it's for that reason that we will not recast the character.
Feel me?
Yep.
We will not recast the character. And now you're telling me, oh no, T'Challa's going to be back. Bam. X-Men 97 didn't have T'Challa. They had to cast his dad, even though his dad is canonically dead. His dad died in a cartoon that I watched in 1997. This doesn't like work, you know? The grandpa of recast. Campia's ego is not cool. I didn't know we were judging man's egos. Planet Fanatic says, I don't know. I'd say Campia is a grandfather. That we writing for this and I die for this too. Grandfather is kind of wild, but he's always said that they should recast. I think you guys are so stuck on words like heirs. The grandfather, the first, the originator, the movement, the.
Chillmonger, I have a very pressing question that I have to ask you. How did you not get the name Chillmonger on Instagram? And you have to add 3 R's to it.
You're right.
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of funny.
It's not over though. If you become status enough, you get to bully that guy off of Chillmonger, whoever he is.
Now I need to look up. I think there's already a back of the bus.
That one's not. I'm not surprised that there's someone else called back of the bus. It's just
Right.
where do you put the underscores?
The hell? This old ass man.
He'll keep this clip on standby. Campia has his moments, but credit where it's due. How I roll. Nobody make him fix his mouth to say any of that. It doesn't benefit him. So cool, let him cook.
I don't have a problem with Campy. I just the grandfather thing was just weird to say the least. Just weird.
The member of Recast T'Challa? What is he?
I don't know. Just weird. Nobody needs to be fathers or grandfathers. Just saying.
It's like when Kyrie Irving was.
Okay. Yes, it's like that. It's like when Kyrie Irving was asked about LeBron being a father and him being like, I have a father. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. It's exactly what that's like.
Yeah. T'Challa the third is what he meant. He'll keep this clip on standby. Boycott all Disney forever. Recast our boy cowards. Okay, Battery. I'm all for boycotting Disney just because of their involvement with Israel. But if you want to boycott Disney and let them know this is T'Challa related, I just don't know that that's the message they receive when Thunderbolts only makes 300 million. Like, I don't think they're going, we should have recasted T'Challa. You understand? Like, when you unsubscribe from Disney Plus, and they ask you why, provide a reason. If you say because Black Panther isn't around or T'Challa's not here, maybe there. That like be more intentional or be more direct or let it be known why they're losing your money. And then if enough of them stack up and they go, oh my God, there's 100 complaints this month, maybe we should do something. You know what I mean? They respond to that. They respond to toy sales. I don't care how badly you need to collect the figures. Don't buy the Wakanda Forever set or things that celebrate that T'Challa has died. Let these guys know with your money.
How is Planet Fanatics in the chat, but he's not in the stream?
I don't know, but we'll read what he has to say. I say grandfather because he was one of the first big channels to address it. Still addresses it. Thank you, Darius. Me and him are on the same page there. We're not throwing a damn shot at Jonathan Campia, at Giovanni from Hamilton. What you know about Hamilton, huh? What you know about the first Tim Hortons?
The first Tim Hortons
built in Hamilton.
I know about the first Tim Hortons in Columbus.
How many Tims are there in Columbus?
A lot.
Why? Why that name? Like that city? What's happening? Why?
Well, not a lot. I mean, there's way more Starbucks, for example, but there's a good amount. There's a good amount of Tim Hortons. I think it was because they were with Wendy's, and Wendy's is headquartered here. So,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Stamina. I understand he doesn't introduce himself as such. I get it. I'm not making a big thing about it. I just thought the comment was weird. That's all. I don't got no beef with Campia. I'm just, yeah.
Kevin Davis in the building. I understand y'all want recast T'Challa, but every time Disney move forward with anything black representation right now, folks are rooting for it to fail. Well, Kevin, have you pondered that the things they move forward, that the black representation that they do, have you pondered that there's actually a problem with it each time? That Ironheart joined a team of people who thieved for like 6 episodes and signed a deal with the devil at the final episode. Did you ponder that maybe Brave New World and having Falcon drop his name as Falcon and call himself what the white man called himself, Captain America, only for Captain America to be cast because Chris Evans is back in the new Avengers Doomsday, and for him to have a ceiling as being a secondary version of Captain America? Have you pondered why maybe that didn't excite me? Have you pondered that maybe Disney is giving us representation in Wonder Man? Have you pondered that maybe it's not me complaining and being a negative Nancy, and it's just that they're getting it wrong each time? They're killing T'Challa. Like, they're not beyond of criticism, and everything they do is criticism worthy. There's great things that I do commend. I was just talking about Iyanu before you came in here, and Iyanu is being produced by Cartoon Network. That's great stuff. I encourage everyone to watch it. Children of Blood and Bone is a fantasy novel. It's Harry Potter, but black. And everyone is going to be, I heard that, whatever that was.
No, you didn't hear anything. Shut up.
Everyone is going to love the Children in Blood and Bone book that gets adapted into a movie. It's coming January of next year. IMAX theaters, big budget. Paramount has Cynthia Erivo and Idris Elba and some of those huge names. There's things that I like that accomplish representation. Even from Disney, there's things that I like that accomplish representation, like first Black Panther movie. But I will criticize them for getting it wrong. Am I rooting for it to fail? I'm criticizing its existence and misrepresenting. That's what I'm doing.
At the expense of arguing with a bot, as chat seems to think we're doing right now, the representation that they're giving us is not the representation I want. Why don't we have more Monica Rambeau? Why don't we have more Blue Marvel? Why don't we have more actual black heroes? Where's Luke Cage? Right? Why do we have to deal with a Black Wonder Man and Captain Falcon as our representation? And we don't have T'Challa.
Is a talented actor, and he could be executing Brother Voodoo. He could be the Luke Cage. Mosaic is also a character, an inhuman character that is underutilized. Blue Marvel, we could adapt his 5-issue limited series and do more stuff with him because he does join a team with Captain Marvel, with other people. There's black superheroes that exist. And then we get to the X-Men. We know that there's some black X-Men there. And that's what I want Yahya Abdul-Mateen doing. And I want that. And I'll be critical if Lawrence Fishburne gets cast as Professor X Charles Xavier.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Wasn't he already Bill Foster, though? He was Bill Foster, wasn't he?
Yes.
The Giant Man in Ant-Man 2. He was one of the professors.
Yes.
There.
Yes. I think. Yo, y'all got bots in here, bro. Like, y'all got bots in here. Ugh. We don't deal with this type of thing at back of the bus. Gross.
That brother. Ugh.
Brother. Ugh.
I truly, week to week, month to month, year to year, never understand why Kevin Davis is subscribed to either one of us. He only comes in to say that we're being negative. I don't understand why you watch channels you find negative. It's because
Darius, nope. Before you get on that rant that you're about to go on, Darius, you spelled weak 2 different ways within 3 words. That's crazy. That's insane. That's insane. I'm just throwing that out there. Go ahead.
Prototype Tilly Norwood. You got it right. You're right. It's just that's the goal of this person. Is always to defend and If you guys knew, if you guys knew like the cyber division of Israel, you would not be surprised with my theory that this is pure Israeli propaganda.
Ew, this is a bot. This is a bot. That's a bot. Kevin A, he's a bot. He didn't even respond to anything we said, I feel like.
What's with the olive green background? What happened to the stars? Does this have anything to do with the Blue Jays? No, it does not have anything to do with the Blue Jays.
Blue Jays are still in the playoffs, aren't they?
Yeah, you know why? Because the Yankees lose.
All I know is the Guardians lost.
Do you call them the Guardians, or are they still the
I
Cleveland
don't watch
Indians?
baseball, so I don't care. I would probably call them the Indians if I cared that much, but I don't. So they're the Guardians.
How the fuck do you call a people a franchise a name of a people? Huh?
No, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Washington Redskins.
Yep. But when you grow up with that team and know that team is a certain thing, again, if I actually watch baseball, I'd probably call them the Guardians because it'd probably be more ingrained in my head. But I don't watch them that often, so I know them as that derogatory name.
I don't think that they should have changed. Sorry, guys, sports talk, but the Cleveland Indians rolls off the tongue. Everyone knows Indians. Whatever you do, the new name, it needs to sound close to Indians, except it's not Indians. It's like the Cleveland Indefeatables. The Cleveland, you know? Connor says Wonder Man's race isn't integral to his character. Okay, Connor. So it really doesn't bother me, especially since they are leaning into the meta aspect of him being an actor, and I normally hate race swaps as well. All right, brother. Connor, appreciate you for being here. I'm going to answer this like you're a real guy. Race swapping casting does not launch black characters to the pop culture zeitgeist. When you race swap and you cast somebody and you play them, no matter what the fictional reason, the plot explanation for why Yahya Abdul-Mateen is playing this Wonder Man character, which we saw on the trailer, looks like he's auditioning. No matter what they do within that 8-episode arc, we did not just have a new superhero in the world be popularized instead who's black. Instead we got a white guy played by a black guy. These race swaps are temporary. So you take a step back, it was not progressive at all. In fact, there are very few spots that they have for black shows, and we just wasted one. We just burned one. This rare opportunity. They're scarce. We just wasted one on a white character.
Facts.
A character who does not stay black for eternity. We've been through it. I said Michael Clark Duncan because I cite sources when I talk. We had the Human Torch was played by Michael B. Jordan at one point in time. Joseph Quinn was the Human Torch in that movie this summer. These race swaps are temporary, and they may satisfy you, and they may appear to be progressive, but there is no progress.
Chill. I'd like to interrupt your bot arguments for just a second.
That's
Seems to
Kevin
be a
Davis,
lot of no, Connor is a bot apparently as well. Anyway, point is, seems to be a lot of Michigan fans in the chat, so I just wanted to, show off my championship belt, baby. Yeah. I don't know nothing about that 2023 championship, but we're the current champions, so speak with respect when you speak on our name over here. All right, Ohio State, baby, number 1.
What happens if you go to second place? You go to the finals. Are you allowed to wear that? Like, we went to the finals, but that's something.
The finals? What are the finals? Yeah. It's a national championship.
The bowl game, the national championship game, but you lose the game. Are you still able to wear that and be like, yo, look, we were seated high. We made it really far. No. That's the problem with
sports. If we lose the national championship next year, this is gone.
That's why
but if we win, I'm getting 2. I'm getting another one.
Hear me out. When the baseball teams all make the playoffs, they're in there champagning and they're having fun. When they advance one round in the playoffs, they did the champagne thing. They're dancing. They're happy. I love that there's levels. It feels like the other sports, like what you're telling me now. You guys only celebrate when you win? There's 30 teams or there's 60 teams in college. Only one gets to win. You mean like we can't celebrate being second place?
There's 130 something teams.
Wouldn't it be cool to be the second of 130 teams?
No.
Yes, it would be.
Well, okay. For most people, including Michigan, probably, sure. Here, only one thing matters, baby.
I think the Olympics give you a gold, a silver, and a bronze. And if you talk to these athletes before their games, they say how we hope to medal. They're okay with getting third place. You feel it? Like that's a different mentality, and I like that.
You said gold, and then you said 2 made-up words. I don't know what those words are.
Killing me. There's the World Heavyweight Championship, and then there's the Intercontinental title. If John Cena, he's got like 3 matches left, I think. If he says, guys, it's the end of my career, I never won the Intercontinental title. I know it's not the world title, but damn it, I'm gonna fight Dominic Mysterio. You know, Rey Mysterio has a kid named Dominic Mysterio, Josh?
Yes. Yep.
I'm gonna fight Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental title. We're all gonna get hyped for that, even though it's not the gold, it's not the top, of Monday Night Raw. I'm gonna love it. You're not gonna like it? You're not gonna, no?
That'd be great. It's awesome. But over here, only winning matters. I can't say the same for other teams up north that wear blue. They just lost last weekend. Just saying. Anyway, I'm not here for college football talk. I just, I noticed some people in the chat, and I just thought I'd throw that in there.
That says to get Darius a dictionary, and then Darius says, "I'm using talk to text."
Yes, he's using talk to text. I'll allow it. But only if he gets into the stream within the next 5 minutes.
It's on his way.
Silver and bronze are good for your body, just as gold is. What are those things? What are they? I only know gold. I'm a Buckeye.
You celebrate the NBA Cup?
I actually went to the NBA Cup finals.
Then were you there when Iyanu said winner chicken dinner?
Yes, I was there. Yep.
Did you go, you said the thing?
No. I was probably leaving at that point. I feel like that was the end of it, but regardless.
But you didn't stay for the trophy presentation? You were like,
you know what? Actually, I think we were there. OSU hasn't beaten U of M since COVID. Oh, you mean the season when they only had 2 wins? Got it. Anyway, this is not a college football discussion.
You count $2 though. You count Nick Fury in the MCU a race swap, despite a black Nick Fury being a thing before the MCU existed. Well, Nick Fury, Nicholas J. Fury, was created in the 60s. He is a Caucasian, a white man. And in alternate universes, they decided to do a black version of a white thing. And so there's a comic book character whose skin is dark named Nick Fury, who is not that Nick Fury, is another one. So when Samuel L. Jackson shows up on screen, says, "I'm Nick Fury," yes, he's a black version of a white thing. I guess technically you can't call it a race swap, but I just see a black guy playing somebody white. And the IP that is being, like, listen, guys, they reboot. Hard reboot. There's nothing saying we're committed to making Nick Fury black in this new version. They'll find a white actor, and that's it.
Are we freestyling here and waiting for Darius to get in before we get into topics, or
you're actually bad at this, Josh? Like, I know we have bad chemistry right now, and I know usually it's a 3-person.
We have bad chemistry. What?
You talking as I'm talking is evidence of our bad chemistry. I've never been in a worse stream than the one I'm in right now with you.
Wow.
Yeah. This is terrible chemistry.
Yo,
what's the next topic? Hey, what about that? Like,
you just crashed
there's a
out
private
for
chat
no
on the side. You can write in and you can let me know.
You just crashed out. I asked that because I had a question about some wrestling stuff.
Okay, shoot.
That's crazy. Darius. Stamina, thank you. That's crazy. Anyway, okay. So I saw a video, and I don't know if I control the videos or whatever, but I saw a video of the Dudley Boys handing their boots. Was that a topic?
Bring it up, bro. That handing your boots, that's symbolic that they have retired.
Yeah, they handed their boots to the Hardy Boys.
Good stuff.
Jeff and Matt Hardy on TNA. I was like, what? What is this? Do this on WWE. Now, also, since there is a video of it, I don't know if we can see it, but there's a video of it, and you can see them hug Jeff and Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
I swear I thought Bubba Ray Dudley was going to toss them into a table. I thought that was going to happen the entire time. I was waiting for it, and it never happened. I was like, okay. All right.
Legit. If you look at Devon, he does have a job with the WWE as an agent, as a producer.
As a reverend.
As a reverend. We got Bubba Ray also, who has a popular radio show, Busted Open Radio. And so he's got his present.
Sorry, it's called what?
Busted Open is when you get bleeding, you're busted open, So
bust it open is crazy.
It is kind of crazy in the hip hop terms.
It's crazy.
Okay, so then he's set for life. They don't need to be taking any more bumps and crashing through tables anymore. They went out the right way. They faced the Hardy Boys. What else would our fans want? It was great. A lot of retirements. Goldberg had retired this year. Cena retired. Cena did it the right way, where he told us all a year in advance. I hope LeBron does the same thing, where he just
so he had a farewell tour.
A farewell tour, yeah. You mean?
Farewell tour doesn't hit in the WWE like it does in the NBA, unless it's at WrestleMania.
Well, the one at WrestleMania, that was his final match, and he won the title. His
Oh,
final WrestleMania match.
So he's already done for. He's done now.
His final WrestleMania match. Sorry, he said at the end of the year, when the clock hits 2026, I will not wrestle anymore. I will not be a special referee anymore. I am out. Like, this is a true retirement. He's got options, bro. He's Peacemaker now.
He can't be a special referee. That's cap. That's cap. You're too young. You're too young. You're going to end up in a ring somewhere.
Yeah, he'll probably show up in a ring. He might like do a little mic work. Hey guys, thanks fans for being here. Like if they're ever in LA,
he's going to end up fighting at some point.
Nah, that's not happening. I believe him.
Okay.
I believe Dave Bautista said the same thing, and we haven't seen him in wrestling in 7-8 years.
I mean, I guess, but I think it happens. Well, if it isn't the Barb, Darius, what up?
Gang. A few things. Kevin Davis, again, like I said, I don't need a dictionary. I was talking to Tex doing 80 on the highway.
Pause. You came in on 10. What is this?
Oh yeah. I was watching. So I had time to get to 10.
Crazy.
Kevin, again, I don't know why this person watches. I don't care about the chat time, but I'm arguing with the bot. I don't care why this person watches. Why are you here week to week, day to day, stream to stream, month to month, year to date, my nigga? Why are you here? Like, you come in and say, like, and then you comment on like videos, comments on old videos. Okay, so these are like old. He will go back and like. It's strange. You're a strange individual. Like I've used this example before. I don't like black licorice, therefore I don't go down the black licorice aisle. I just don't understand it. But hey, how's everybody doing?
I don't know. Y'all got bots over here. Ugh, it smells like broke over here.
Phenomenal.
I don't know nothing about this Kevin Davis character. I'm new to this. That's
Keep going. Was that all you had for Kevin Davis? You save some for next time?
Well, he's not another bot.
There was another bot.
So I didn't know
Connor, get Connor.
Get
Connor with that barb rage.
I didn't even see Connor.
Well, Connor was in here. He said something about
Wonder
Man's race.
Was he the Wonder Man? The Wonder Man comment. I heard that comment.
Get him.
And I was going to. I'll go ahead and say something to that too, because I thought about something when I heard that comment.
Yeah, he said something about Onika too.
Well, Onika's been on some crazy ass shit, so
she
might need to.
Oh well, that's her life.
Not too much. Let's see. The Connor dude. You know, like I've used this example before when talking about Wonder Man, and that trailer is absolute ass. And they know it's ass. That's why they're not promoting it. Yaya knows it's ass. That's why he's not promoting it. Connor knows it's ass, but he said what he said anyway. However, I used to coach AAU basketball. I haven't coached in 4 years. I had a team of predominantly black boys. It was an all black team minus the one white kid we did have.
Was it Grady Dick?
No, I didn't coach Grady. I didn't have the privilege of coaching Grady. I just played against him. But
when and who out? You bought out?
My boys? Oh yeah, they were pretty good.
Oh, you're okay. Your team played.
Yeah.
I was asking if you balled out on Grady.
Oh, did I ball? I played AAU and I played high school.
On Grady.
If we ever meet him, I'll bust his ass.
He thinks that, but I've already told him and Marcus. Once we do all three meet, we can do a quick game of 21.
Indoor or outdoor?
Oh, y'all are challenging.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I ball indoor, outdoor, side door, back door, whatever door you want. Whatever door you want. But
the 3 of y'all are about to play 1 versus 1 like 21. Y'all about to play 21?
We should. It's been on the table. We got to meet.
If y'all do, the winner gets Gatorade.
No, I want more than Gatorade.
No, Marcus has a thing about Gatorade. Just ask him about it sometime.
Oh, really? Didn't know that one.
He loses Gatorades.
Back to your boys who you coach, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh, well, took the whole Pro Skills, Nike Pro Skills team to not just my group. We took all the groups. Rented out a theater, took them to see Black Panther. Some of them, it was their first time ever seeing a Marvel movie, an MCU movie, and then got super interested in it. Like, oh my God, who's this character? I want to go learn more about this character. There are comics with this. Oh, I'll read. So let's say that a Black kid has that same experience with Wonder Man. It's like, oh my God, I've never been into Marvel, but this character is dope as fuck. Let me go pick up this Black character's comic. Oh, wait. The representation is no longer there for me like it was on the screen because he's not Black. And if I pick up issue 2, he won't be Black. 3, 4, 5, 6, he's still not gonna be Black. So it doesn't matter if it's integral to his background or not. The simple fact is, if it's not representation, and they're pushing it as representation, and gullible you are eating up like representation, but it's not. It's not. That is one I will not be, bro. When I saw that trailer, I was like, they are joking.
Sucks.
I was like, they are joking.
All right, so
Nikki
you guys
need
oh, go ahead.
Nikki need the title money. Her house getting seized in Cali.
Hilarious.
Okay, not too much. She needs the title money because she's owed that title money, not because she's Josh, I see you looking around. She's owed that title money, not because her house is being seized. She that might be true too, but she's still owed that money.
Yeah. Yep. Overseas, church, Vatican. You had to stand still. Mannequin.
Bars from the Barb herself.
All the time. All
right, so we're playing 21, or not we. I'm not playing 21. You two and Marcus are playing 21. We need to talk logistics. We will be streaming it, but only from Back of the Bus. Back of the Bus holds exclusive license to the stream for that event.
You're holding the camera.
I'll keep a tripod. Sure. Are we good with this?
Go ahead, film it.
When are we making this happen?
I think we really are trying to. Well, we haven't discussed it any further than like the once it was mentioned, but I think we were serious about trying to meet for Secret Wars. Were we not? I know not Doomsday.
I think Secret Wars was that 2 years from now. I don't know where I'll be in life 2 years from now, like in 2027. But if everything goes right, I'll have disposable income. I'll have the audience. I'll have the video ideas, and sure, like I'm not against that one. Yeah,
Chillmonger, all of your disposable income needs to go to lighting that green screen. Okay, so then wait, y'all are going to see Secret Wars together. What's the move behind that? What Pantheon presents Secret Wars with?
We can talk about that in November of 2027. Like
I have no idea.
Who knows?
I guess it would be. It'd kind of be like a meetup thing, like with. Well, I really don't even know because I don't even know because I think I even said then when we mentioned it. Are we expecting the 50 to 75 people that watch us to come to the theater?
We'd have to do it at. Or if we did it at DreamCon in Austin, Texas, then yeah, I could expect someone who watches us to also be there.
DreamCon is in.
It'd be Culture Made, Raymond, and Xavier, and maybe Stamina if he got a ticket.
Stamina's from England, isn't he? He's not coming for us.
DreamCon's in the summer. Why are y'all? What? I thought it was in November.
Yeah, that's a step. So like, yeah, ignore what I just told you. Forget that.
All right. So, anyways, I'm selling tickets to this event, chat. If you want to, wait, where are y'all doing it? Are y'all doing it in Columbus? Is it? Oh, y'all don't even know where y'all gonna hoop.
It needs to be neutral.
Neutral. So that somebody doesn't have home court advantage. What are we doing?
It needs to be in New Mexico with low altitude. That way, it is a struggle for all of us. Nobody has anything easy.
Needs to be a Canadian basketball that I bought here, and then I'll mail it over. You can fill it with air from Ohio, and we'll play the game in Oklahoma.
Speaking as Marcus's agent on this situation, I would say we need to play outside in the snow, but I feel like Chillmonger knows that all too well. So that's not going to work. It's not going to work. We'll figure something out that's advantageous for everybody, right? But if we're giving home court advantage to anybody, it's clearly Marcus, right?
We'd also
clearly,
not
obviously.
We'd also not play up to 21 because I don't have the stamina for that one.
Okay, so then you just lost.
That was funny, but yeah, I think you just admitted you're going to lose in that situation.
The game
because my client has the stamina to play a full game of 21.
2 years is a long way. Don't motivate me with hate, guys.
Again, I think you need to focus on that green screen and not basketball right now.
Gotcha. Plant Poppy says I'd pull up. MC says a real life meetup. Hell yeah. I would help sponsor a live meetup. So you got to train now, bro.
Cool.
I respond better to that positive reinforcement too. All right. Got it, Wolverine.
Chat fam. I don't know what y'all call. Oh, Pantheonas. Okay. Pantheonas. Tickets are starting at $75 to see this basketball game. $75. And you can see these guys go at it. That's where they are at right now. Give me some feedback on $75 being the price for the tickets. The stream will be $20. I like where this is going already.
No, you guys would get the rare treat that Chill has gotten backstage.
Darius will be playing in a pink hat for Pink Friday.
Nah.
You should do that. You should wear a pink jersey.
She's on that crazy shit where she's talking about the album ain't coming out and shit.
No, she said her album was coming out in March.
Yeah, but so she backtracked on the tweet she made a few days ago, 2 days ago.
I don't know. It was her pinned tweet, I thought.
No,
I know entirely too much about Nicki Minaj.
She made a new tweet talking about. I didn't even read it. I didn't read the whole thing. I just saw the headline that said something like, "Thanks. I hope you guys were happy. Album canceled," or something like that. And I'm like, boy, Nicki.
Damn.
Like,
that
for
so
me,
strong.
For me, I'm not. For me, I don't give a damn. It's like, all right, you don't want to do the album, don't do the album.
She's got better things to tend to,
I guess.
At that Colombian. Anyway, okay. How about $50 and it comes with weed and beer? Now you got to bring your own stuff. We can't supply that stuff for you. But $50, I'll pay the $75 if you're on the grill. Okay. Might be. I like where we're going, chat. I like this that we're doing here. I don't know about these two guys. They're not really contributing to the effort right now. They're just kind of looking at me with their dark green screens and their red Nike hats. Yo, we need a sponsorship, by the way.
Oh, I would love a sponsorship.
Nike, I mean, I'm just do it. You know what I mean?
You need to talk to one of those independent comic book creators. Let them know.
Well, I was just saying because we have Nike. Yeah. Yep. Independent comic book creators. Yep. Absolutely. Well, so what's the next topic?
What have y'all talked about?
Nearly everything. We did the Brandon Davis interview with Brian Andrews from Marvel Zombies. And his answer about how he would reach out to Ryan Coogler and Marvel wasn't ready to recast. It would have been easier
on that one. I have 0 on that one. If you've already talked about that, I'm glad I missed it.
Last week, did you guys cover a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms?
We're gonna get flagged for this, but when do we not get flagged?
Yeah, Warner Brothers don't fuck around.
That
we did talk about Knights of the Seven Kingdoms on Thursday. We did. Yeah.
On the morning report?
No, this is the Pantheon last Thursday.
Oh, last Thursday. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, last Thursday on the Pantheon. I'm ready for the show. I've been ready for the show. I know a lot of people are saying it looks comedic and doesn't really vibe with the tone of Game of Thrones or House of Dragon, things like that. But I still think it looks good. I mean, I think it looks good. There's funny moments in Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon and things like that. I know what they're talking about when they say, they're putting the comedic stuff on Front Street with the whole, are you Baelor Targaryen, then get the fuck out of the way. That kind of stuff. But language and jokes and things like that were in Game of Thrones. So I don't know. I think people are just being what people normally do when things come out.
I could give my 2 cents on the trailer. I haven't watched it. I thought I was gonna watch it here on stream, but we did it to you last week. We won't do it this week. I will tell you though that people are talking about it, and I'm happy. Not Game of Thrones. It's not, you know what I mean, but it is still being talked about as if it's a show that will like matter. Peacemaker kind of didn't get that much up until the ending. Didn't get that much chit chat online. So Knights of the Seven Kingdoms, we're there. I think it's getting the same chatter that Harry Potter is getting. It's getting that chat, that Stranger Things talk, getting that conversation a little bit.
Is Harry Potter getting chatter already? I ain't been seeing
On
a
my
lot of
feed
Harry
it
Potter
is.
chat. Okay.
But not for you, no?
I haven't seen it. Other than from the like Harry Potter dedicated Twitter channels where they're
How about
like
Stranger Things?
Oh, I've seen the things about Stranger Things. I've seen the things from Puck News saying that, every episode's going to be an hour long for the directors to come out and say, well, pump your brakes. No, it's not. It's going to be about maybe 45 minutes but it's not an hour long. The finale, I think, is 2 hours long is what they said. But I know, right? But
that's insane.
I know, because people were saying like, oh, put it in theaters. And they were like, nah, we've kept it on. We've had it on Netflix. We're going to keep it on Netflix. But it's 2 hours long. And the episodes leading up to it, I guess, feel like a movie, but they're not the length of a movie.
There's something to that, though, putting it on theaters. There's some talk from Netflix and AMC theaters. We'll get to that in a second. But before I do, there is a super chat to look at.
Somebody come tip her. She's dancing like a stripper.
Battery $2. OSU hasn't beaten University of Michigan since COVID. LOL.
Didn't we respond to that? We respond to that? Because then I said they only had 2 losses that year. And then I said, all right, I'm done with okay, never mind. The truth is the truth. They only won 2 games that season, so
I actually saw you taking OSU, yeehaw, Cowboys. I saw you taking heat on
I'm sorry, what?
And Darius and I like the OSU, yeehaw, Cowboys.
y'all don't even call it. Okay, I guess y'all do actually call yourselves OSU. It's not
not y'all. They're just 45 minutes up the street. I have nothing to do with them. But
so you're an Oklahoma guy.
No, they're 30 minutes the opposite direction. I have nothing to do with them either. I'm not a
you're a Tulsa guy.
No, hell no. Only time I associate myself with Tulsa is if I'm watching First 48. But any other time, I'm no.
I'm running out of colleges. Are you
no
college sports?
No, college sports. More so
Texas.
more so a North Carolina, Kentucky. Used to be Duke. Coach K's gone.
Okay, college hoops. Okay, sure.
Oh yeah, hoops. Sorry,
Gotcha.
not football. No, I don't pay attention to that one.
Still a little weird that Oklahoma just don't do it for you. Even college hoops. Trae Young just
never been a Trae fan. Hollis Price, I think, was the last time I paid attention to OU basketball.
Can I ask why you've never liked Trae?
Oh, it's a because I know him personally, and it's a thing with him and his family. I can't stand his father. I can't stand him. Yeah, no, it's an AAU basketball beef. But I've known Trae since Trae was in 5th grade. He went to Whittier. He went to Norman North. We went to the same church.
What's the age difference, if I can ask?
How old is Trae? I want to say probably 6-7 years.
6 or 7. Okay, so you basically what I'm trying to ask is you ain't never had to actually
put hands on the nigga. No. I know, but after we were supposed to be. Trae's 27. Damn, is he?
Sounds about right.
He's
not
in the
league for a few years.
Trae's not 27. He's 27. Okay, well, never mind. We are like 4 years apart. No, the thing. So we were supposed to be So my last season, I was Nike Pro Skills. We got treated like the step kids because they brought the program from Texas to Oklahoma, and they hit me and 2 other coaches up to see if we wanted to abandon the team names we had, everything we had, and bring them over to Nike Pro Skills and start there, which we did. I'm not going to turn down Nike. I'm like, oh yeah, y'all paying for shit too. Yeah, we're not going to turn that down. So we went over there, played for Nike. It was just great season playing wise. Behind the scenes, it was a terrible season. So everybody knew Trey was going to the league. Like, we all knew Trey was going to the league. So I had known Trey, known his dad, had talked to Ray several times about, I talked to Ray when Trey was still at Norman North High School, saying, hey,
Ray's his dad?
Yeah, once he makes it to the league, let's talk AAU basketball. He's like, yeah, let my son make it first, all this kind of stuff. So when he made it, we've had the conversation. We had the conversation because he had this like back to school bash at this water park here. We talked at the water park, but then he was like, well, let's talk over dinner. And I was like, okay, I'm going to bring the other 2 coaches from Nike Pro Skills with me because I want them, and he was like, yeah. Brought him. We had a dinner. Dinner was great. He was like, all right. At the end of dinner, he's like, let's start. He's like, you guys start. And again, when I say this stuff, I'm not trying to like toot a horn. Recruiting is my strong suit. Like, I'm a good coach too, but recruiting is really where. So they put me in charge of like getting all the kids for the teams and stuff. So I immediately started, going to kids, I had one of the coaches call me. He's like, what's going on, Darius? You're trying to take 6 of my kids. I'm like, yeah, it's this new program, Trey Young Elite, I'm one of the coordinators over it. So anyway, all this stuff. So anyway, the coach that called me and another coach that I had beef with teamed up. Went to Ray, told Ray that, we've already got full programs established. We've got grades from 3rd to 11th. There's no reason to have to recruit. We can just start now. All you need is a jersey. Plus, you don't want to work with Darius. He gets technical fouls. He's a hothead, kicks hits out of games, blah, 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 blah. All this kind of stuff.
I stream with you. I believe that.
Oh, no, I do get kicked out of games and I get technical fouls. But at the same time,
too, he got that bar.
What type of coach is not? I mean, yeah, some coaches, I'm sure, which I've seen those coaches that are the calm types. And I try to be the calm type at the beginning of the game. But if it's not going my way, of course. And sometimes, if you play a game at 8 a.m, the boys are sluggish. Sometimes those technical fouls were intentional technical fouls to get the boys like, hey, I'm awake. Are y'all awake? Let's play some basketball. So, whatever. Anyway, one of the teams he came from, or the team that he teamed up with, was this team called Chaos. I mean, it's in the name. They were on the evening news before they joined Trey Young. They were on the evening news because their coach hit the ref over the head with his clipboard. That's Googleable. YouTube. You can pull that up. You can pull that up.
Yeah, I was like, clipboard took it right out.
He got assault though. He went to jail for it.
He did assault him though.
Yeah, he went to jail for it. So, either way, not that bad, not a good look. The whole thing that I got told was, we're representing Trey's name, and you can't be doing that representing Trey's name. Mind you, I'm watching Trey in the NBA throw his temper tantrums, arguing with referees, getting into it with players, and is that the best example for the kids is watching Trey? So whatever. I'm still bitter about it. I'm never going to get over it because that arguably would have been my best fucking season. But it is what it is. So no, fuck him, fuck his daddy. And I hope he goes bald like he's already doing. I don't like Trey.
There was a little extra. There's a little extra on that. But anyways.
Yeah, I don't like Trey. I'm not a Trey fan. Not a fan.
So if you saw Trey, it's on site.
No, it's nothing like on site. Now his daddy, Ray, I don't know. Ray, I dislike just a bit more than I dislike Trey.
Okay, so then I need you to say the words that I'm about to say. Repeat them to me.
On site, if I saw Ray, would it go down? Probably on site. Probably. I can't stand Ray. But then Trey lives in this I don't know how much he's here, but this is like big. You can see it when you're entering in Norman. It's a big ass fucking castle that he had built. And hell, if I had his money, I'd build that goddamn castle too. But so I'm not hating.
Dox him. Come on, dox him. Yeah.
I don't think they're ever really here. I don't think they're ever here.
We're going viral. I'm gonna make a clip.
Yeah. And the thing too, it was my idea. I came up with the team name. Only thing I didn't come up with was the logo and the colors. I came up with the team name. It was my idea to also do the Trey Young complex. But hey, you know.
I'm clipping the hell out of this. Throwing it on TikTok, adding them. Can I add them at least?
Add them. They know I don't like them. We've argued before. They know this ain't new beef.
All right. I need you to say hands and feet. Say it.
Hands and feet and what?
No, say it like if I see him.
Oh yeah, if I see him, hands and feet.
Say it. Say it like
if
hands
I see
and
him,
feet.
hands and feet.
Ooh, clipped.
Elbows.
Oh, this is a great stream. I'm glad I'm here. Clip farming, you know what I mean? That's what the kids do these days.
Those were the days. I do miss AU basketball sometimes, but I could never go back. I don't think I could do it. I've been out 4 years and I'm done.
Deadline reports that K-pop Demon Hunters is back in theaters over Halloween weekend. This time, Netflix movie is playing AMC. From Anthony D'Alessandro. So much for theatrical windows, but Netflix's K-pop Demon Hunters sing-along returning to cinemas. Do the thing where we're on the right side. Up.
Did either one of you watch this?
No,
I did not.
Why are we discussing K-pop Demon Hunters?
Because it's K-pop Demon Hunters. You know what I'm saying? It's big in these streets. It's big in the U.S. streets. The UK streets ask Stamina. In the Canadian streets ask Chillmonger. It's big. It's big money over there.
Yeah,
Second paragraph might do better at explaining that the first time the movie, which had already racked up record eyeballs on the streamer, played to a number one take 19 million in August, it was without AMC theaters, but with a pure play in Regal, Cinemark, or other circuits. Now, in its reprise, K-pop Demon Hunters will play in 400 AMC theaters around the globe, in addition to Regal and Cinemark. Offshore markets include UK, Ireland, Korea, all those places.
Oh, this is the AMC merger.
There it is. Netflix and AMC have often been at odds over windowing. Exhibit A, a coast-to-coast wide release of Martin Scorsese's The Irishman, never happened. That said, AMC did play Netflix's Knives Out Glass Onion movie during its limited Thanksgiving 2022 release. An AMC theater spokesperson had this to say: Netflix, the world's largest streaming service, and AMC Entertainment, the world's largest theater chain, have jointly decided to work together. That sentence alone is a remarkable twist in Netflix's business strategy and even AMC. They're like opposites. They are the Crips and the Bloods. There was never a relationship there. They were never working together. They were always going to be at odds. Our existence means your existence. Well, what I'm trying to say here, they hurt each other. That's how they thought. Now they're not there. Now they're working together. Now they're merging, or looks like one Netflix has an interest in the theatrical. Is that because, to be eligible for awards, your movie needs to play in the theater? Is that what they're trying to go for? Or is there more to it?
It's a good question. I remember Daniel Craig taking them to task over the fact that they wouldn't put certain films in theaters. And now K-pop Demon Hunters gets a major bag, and they're like, oh, maybe I will take that. Very interesting. Very interesting. And then I'm hearing rumors about them maybe doing a K-pop Demon Hunters like a live action film.
No, she said the director shot that one down. They said no.
Oh, did they? Okay. Well, still, they're trying to get the bag. They know that the bag is around here, and they know how to capitalize on said bag.
Josh, it's just grimy, and I like him. I need him as a regular with Marcus.
Well, I don't get paid, you know what I'm saying? Unless they want to start paying me, a nice salary to be on here,
You can get super chatted if you're like grimy and people like you.
I watch what you say, because a guy like me is going to ask for all of the super chats.
Get the ones on back of the bus.
Yeah.
This crazy. New cooperation will start this Halloween weekend. AMC will show Netflix's most popular movie in its history, K-pop Demon Hunters. It'll play on approximately 400 screens. While the two companies have not had a commercial relationship in recent years, both Netflix and AMC are intrigued by the mutually beneficial opportunities that could arise from this and future collaborations. Discussions are underway as to what that may entail, but no further details are being shared at this time. Dog, just knowing that discussions are underway, enough, bro. Among wider releases over Halloween weekend, there aren't much going on. Focus Features has this movie starring Emma Stone. Fathom has the re-release of Lionsgate's Twilight Saga. K-pop produced by Sony is the most watched movie on Netflix ever, with north of 541 million global hours viewed.
Golly. I didn't know it was that popular. 541 million hours watched. I just need a fraction of that watch time on the channel.
Right.
This is a new world that we live in. I remember the Sony Pictures deal that every movie that Sony does, Netflix gets to bid for it to put it on their streaming service. And if they don't want it, it'll go on like some other streaming service. Sony could sell it to them because Sony doesn't have a streaming service. Unlike Warner Brothers, who have Max, Disney, who have Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, Universal has Peacock.
Didn't Sony have
Amazon,
one at some point?
Amazon has MGM. What'd you say?
Did Sony have one at some point?
No, never. Or if they did, I don't know if they. I don't know. But they got the Netflix thing. So Netflix is like, yo, okay, we understand a little bit. We understand the value of theatrical movies. This is different with what they're doing at AMC.
Yeah.
Would they ever own AMC?
No.
Probably not.
Stock gets low for AMC, and they've got some shaky years.
Yeah, Netflix. There's a reason why that stock is low.
I don't think actually they're allowed to legally. I don't think they could.
Probably not. The other thing that Netflix is getting into, I don't know if y'all seen any news about the fact that they're getting into video podcasts. And so they've I won't say merged, but they're working with Spotify on some of the Ringer podcasts. So I think Dissect podcast, the Bill Simmons podcast, that they're going to have those on Netflix. So again, you know, if we can doctor up that Trae Young clip, we can get a nice little following and then pitch the podcast to Netflix.
So you can turn around and talk about me on his podcast?
Absolutely. Pod beef sells.
I don't like that guy Darius.
With his list.
That's
yeah, Darius was talking so much stuff about me. Yeah.
I'm adding that to the clip.
Yeah. You know, he has a child.
Well, we about to bring in the kids into it like Onika.
Oh, no. No. But he has a child. He has a child.
I think I get what you're getting at with that.
No, I was gonna say that he or she secret.
You are hiding a child. Let that boy come home.
Oh no, the child has been posted, but we don't like. He's very private with the child,
as you should be.
Same. It's the same. Okay, well, never mind. Now that would have been. Never mind.
Beyonce and Jay-Z?
No, nothing.
I think he doesn't want to.
Nothing. It wasn't about the children. It wasn't about the children. I'll preference that. It wasn't about the children. So.
I know exactly who it was about. It takes two to bring a child into the world. I'm just.
Oh man. And what I was I'll leave it alone.
He was about to say something crazy.
I was.
You don't even need to be there. Ask Michael Jackson.
Oh, I was. I would have not that one.
I want to know, but I could wait until we're offline.
We're nearly out of topics to cover. We've got them all. I think that we're listed. There was a couple other places I thought we could go.
Excited for Vision Quest? I am.
Oh, what happened at New York Comic Con that amped you for Vision Quest?
Nothing that I didn't already know, but still ready. They just confirmed that Rumi or however you say his name is Speed, Tommy. No, of course, confirming James Spader, which already was confirmed by Hollywood Trades or Hollywood Reporter. Edith and Jocasta, and I'm 85% sure Wanda's in it. I'm 85% sure Wanda's in it, and I'm 85% sure Wiccan's in it too. I've heard Agatha's in it. So this is supposed to be an all coming together type of deal. Vision battling, the memories that he now has of his former self. While I love the line that they shared from James Spader, where James Spader told him, you're hunting a ghost or something like that, whatever it was. It's very, very Ultron. So I'm very much ready for the dialogue of Ultron. I don't know how I'm going to feel about them being in their human forms or what that's going to be or look like exactly. I'd prefer just Ultron, not James Spader, but we'll see. But I'm excited for Vision Quest. I've always been excited for Vision Quest. I think it's the last Marvel thing that I'm really Disney Plus wise that I'm excited for. Nothing else really.
Yeah. I like to take this time to remind our friendly viewers that Static Shock and Batman Beyond do have a comic book coming out. You see that part right there that says the final order cutoff is October the 20th? Well, that is in 4 days. So if you want this comic book to be produced en masse, to be plentiful, and not sell out because there's so many that everyone gets their copy, what you need to do is communicate before that final order cutoff in October 20th. Tell them, comic book shop, I want a static comic book featuring Batman Beyond. Put it on my pull list in my subscription, and you can ensure that a positive black character, not race swapped, will always be black, Virgil Hawkins, static, is a profitable character. And then this could lead to more comics. It's just the domino effect. Go talk to your comic shops.
Dwayne Coleman said, what y'all think about the Nas and Marvel project? I just looked it up. Looks like a tribute to hip hop. And it will pay tribute to Nas and DJ Premier, Ghostface Killah, Mobb Deep, Raekwon, Big L, De La Soul, and Slick Rick. The series is written by Brandon Thomas of Black Lightning and drawn by Sanford Green from Bitterroot. I mean, Nas has made some questionable decisions a la that stupid casino, but I like this decision. I like that. Nice little move. Nice little bit of representation, especially for hip hop. Hip hop and comics go together, people. It's a fact.
I didn't know Dwayne McDuffie was. I'm saying what, every episode maybe the writer on every episode for Justice League Unlimited. I did not know that. That's why that shit is so fucking damn good. I was rewatching Justice League Unlimited and that shit was good.
Boy, was it good. When people like that die, like I'm questioning. Like Kobe died too in a helicopter accident. I don't know, man. It's like there's a lot of greatness that could be accomplished with those two guys still alive, because he was entering the entertainment industry. That motivational, inspirational stuff that I keep telling you guys about, the stuff that the reason why we like the excellence coming out of Black Panther in 2018. Chadwick Boseman dies. I don't know. I got my eyebrow up.
Did you what y'all think of the leaked version of the X-Men 92 trailer?
X-Men 92?
I didn't watch it.
97.
Season 2.
Marcus is telling me a little bit about it and who we can expect as far as characters, and I was somewhat intrigued by it. Maybe not enough to actually watch it, but somewhat intrigued. It's probably one of the better things going on with Marvel, so maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, I'm interested in it. That's just I'm only interested in it, and this is a loose interest. Well, I don't want to say loose interested. Bo not being on it gives me major pause.
Sure.
Everybody knows I'm not like a Bo super fan, but I give credit where credit's due, and the motherfucker can write, and he understands those characters. And
including the black ones?
No, not including the black ones, but he understands those white characters. He I guess if he's wearing his black hat, he can sympathize with the black characters, but he doesn't wear that often. So when it comes to
Aurora Monroe's skin darker in this,
that was at the behest of the actress that plays her voice. Oh, brother, go watch this. I know you try your damnedest to defend Bo, and it always baffles me. But he's not the guy you want him to be. He's not. He's not the guy you want him to be. It was whoever plays Storm's voice, Allison something or whatever her name is. She asked for that in the 90s.
Right.
So she doubled down on it for 97. That wasn't Bo in there throwing his hands in the air saying Storm better be darker. So I can send her to the desert to fight demons for 5 episodes and her not be included in any of the action. And when she is involved in the action, she's given more motivational speeches because that's what he say on Twitter. That's where Black women's strengths lie.
Forgot.
Yeah.
Every time I try it, and what?
Who does Chill want Bo de Mayo to be?
A super nigga. Super saver nigga. That's what he wants him to be.
Why do you want that, Jill? I think that's a legitimate question. Why don't you just laugh at it?
The joke and why I'm laughing so hard is that you took Darius for like the fact. So in past streams, Darius would say some outlandish shit about Bo de Mayo, and you could say outlandish shit about Bo de Mayo or anybody, and I'm just like, bro, you can't say things without proof. And then we'd get into it. And then I would ask for the proof. And then when it's my turn to shoot down all the stuff, my turn never really begins. Why are we?
Oh, ooh, okay. So we got a little therapy session going on. So why do you do that, Darius?
I will cut Chill off when he's saying something inaccurate, like when he's repeating something that he says that I said that I didn't say, or he's trying to twist it into a way to make it fit the narrative that he's trying to, or the point that he's trying to make. No. Now I just let him speak. I just let him speak because he didn't say anything inaccurate. He didn't say anything inaccurate. There was no reason for me to cut him off. He was speaking accurately. But when you start talking that dumb shit, that bullshit, I cut him off.
Joe Monger, did you hear what he said? Did you actually take the time and listen to what Darius had to say?
In his opinion, I say inaccurate things. I do not say inaccurate things. I actually cite sources often when I make my cases.
Once again, Chill does not listen because he hears what he wants to hear so it can fit into the point he's trying to make. I didn't say that you pull inaccurate points. I said you pull inaccuracy on what I said. When you're repeating what I said, when you go on to try to repeat things that I've said to prove your point, you're repeating inaccuracy and twisting my words to make them fit your point.
Chill, would you care to respond?
There's a super chat and I want to get to that.
See, but that's the thing. I'm not being loud. I know a lot of people like to say, oh, Darius is loud, Darius is animated, I'm not being loud. I'm being calm. I'm letting you speak. I'm in my lane. You actually have the stage and you are choosing not to take the mic.
Exactly what is happening.
So when I say things about Bo, just be quiet then. Because if you're not going to come on the stage, if you're not going to take the mic, if you're not going to defend your super nigga, let me just say what I have to say.
No. I'm going to always represent if I'm on screen with someone and they're saying all this negative things, same way if Josh is on screen and he's hearing negative things about Ohio with a Michigan guy, he's going to say, yeah, this is not how I feel. This guy doesn't represent me. If I'm neutral and I don't say anything, then it'll look like I'm on the hate train, that whatever train that you want to call it if you're not a hater. So it seems like
I don't hate Bo.
It would seem like I'm on your team. What I won't do though, stand by. I'll always say, nope, disagree. This is the guy who fought battles. This is the guy who has many tweets that he has pointed at. Times he has gone for black characters. Funny, it's legitimate, and there's evidence enough for him not being he doesn't care about black characters guy, or presentation, or version of the because now you're gonna say you're misrepresenting my words. I don't care to misrepresent your words right now. I just feel like I'm over it, but I will always say, nah. Going to go on the attack on Bo de Mayo or anyone like Bo de Mayo. The guy who made Cross. If you have something to say about Donald Glover, if you got something to say about
See,
Insert
now
creator
I'm
here.
going
It
to
doesn't
cut you
have to
off.
be
Now I'm going
Bo.
to cut you off because see, now you're trying to take it down a road that it's not going, that it never was going down. I have nothing to say about those other people. The reason I'm saying the things that I'm saying about Bo is because you just said something else that was also inaccurate. You said that I say things about Bo that are inaccurate. Here's the thing. The things that I say about Bo, he has displayed and shown you. Actually, because everything that we do on this channel is recorded, you can go pull this up. We were having a conversation about him to where you said I don't remember exactly. Again, you can pull it up exactly what you said. But I remember before you even said that, we were talking about him. And I said, no. Because for me, this is just for me. Can't speak for you. But obviously for you, it takes more than once. If I touch an oven once and it's hot, I don't have the urge to touch it again. I've been burned once. Why would I want to be burned a second, third, or fourth time? However, for you seem to touch the stove, go back and touch it again. Bo has shown you who he is the first time. Believe him. When someone shows you who they are the first time, believe them. I don't know why you expect Bo to change. I don't know why you're expecting Bo to all of a sudden put this emphasis and care on Black characters when he didn't put that emphasis and care on the 3 main Black characters in the show that were there. We spent all this time and all this expose and all this brilliant dialogue on all the white characters. Storm had one good scene as an Omega level mutant. The rest of the time, she was battling demons, trying to get her powers back. And I understand that that's a plot point in comics. I've read it. I understand that. However, your explanation on Twitter when you are being combated by people of color that are wanting to see ourselves represented, something that you seem to advocate for all the time, but you seem to be missing the point in this conversation. When people are going at him on Twitter about it, and he's coming back with things saying like, oh, well, there's more strength in being in a Black woman than her displaying her power. Sometimes it's within their wisdom. Storm was a mammy, as like the dude said on Twitter. I'm going to use, again, like I always use, Marcus's words. Bishop was a time-traveling Uber, and Sunspot just didn't get the respect that he was supposed to get. So from those 3 very real things from 9 episodes, what shows you, Chillmonger, that, and from the things that Bo has said on Twitter, what shows you that he actually gives a flying good goddamn about Black characters?
The things that he said on Twitter.
Okay, wait. Before we
don't do that. Don't do that. But like that's the problem.
But I need to ask a question.
The interruption stuff is the problem.
I'm sorry, but I need to ask this question. I have to. I'm sorry.
But like, see, it's like, guys, chat. I don't care what Josh has to say right now. There's a flow. There's a thing going on, and I'm like, all right, Darius gave it all to me. The flow was I was gonna knock down each one of those things that he did.
You can still do that. Yeah, but I just need to know if Darius feels.
Go ahead, Josh.
Darius clearly feels that, obviously the 3 of us and obviously everybody in the chat has a goal of real representation in mind, and not like Storm being a mammy and some of the things that we've seen in X-Men 97 with the Black characters. We all have a idea of what real representation is. Yes. And we all have a common idea of what that representation looks like.
Yeah, we may differ a little bit, but we understand. Yeah.
Okay. So then,
not when it comes to Bo, I don't with you. Well, I can on the other things we can have our disagreements and agree to disagree. This one, I do not understand why you kneel at his feet when it comes to this man and Black characters. I don't understand it. And you might not like the language that I just used to kneel at his feet, but that's what you give. You're giving, because every time that somebody says something about Bo, specifically me, I don't want to say everybody. When I say something about Bo, it is always coming back with, oh no, Bo cares about Black characters or Bo, and I'm just like, what? It's kind of like when the people that are still holding on to that hope of recast are like, oh no, Marvel's still going to recast. What the fuck have they shown you that indicates that? So what has Bo shown you that indicates that he cares about Black characters?
Okay, before we. I'm sorry, Chill. I'm sorry. I know it keeps happening right before you speak. I'm sorry. Okay, so we all have a common idea of what Black representation is in these stories. Darius, do you feel like Bo DeMaio is a net negative when it comes to getting what it is that we want out of that representation?
Do I feel like he's negative?
Do you feel like the things that he's contributed versus the things that he's negatively contributed to the representation that we're looking for, do you feel like there's a net negative or an overall negative? Or is it a net positive?
Like I said, positively, I can only praise him on his writing of the overall show.
Which is a thing. So that is added to the equation of whether or not he is a net negative.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think he's just overall just negative. No, even some of the things he said lately on Twitter, not toward black characters, of course, but just some of the things he said lately on Twitter, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I don't dislike Bo. I don't dislike the man. I dislike his treatment of black characters being a black man. I dislike the fact that he's so willing and so able to just put on the hat, take it off, put it on, take it off. Because see, when people were combating him about the black stuff, oh, let me put that black hat on, because now not only am I going to put my black hat on, I'm going to put my gay hat on too, because I'm going to tell you why you don't need to attack a gay black man the way you're attacking a gay black man. See, he uses those black points when it suits him. I'm a black man during this argument, but over here with this person, I'm going to take that black hat off. But when I'm talking with these black folks on Twitter and they're coming at me over my decisions on the black characters, let me put my black hat on, because y'all not going to talk to me crazy as a black man, as a gay black man.
So then his changing of hats in this instance, that in and of itself is a negative. That's a negative to what it is that we're trying to accomplish as fans of Marvel.
Yeah, it shows that you're spineless. You have no spine. It's easy for you to put on this costume.
So then overall, would you say that the things that he's done is a positive or a negative for what it is that we're trying to see in Marvel as fans?
I'd say he hasn't contributed. Negative. He's contributed negatively.
Negatively. Okay. Chillmonger, same question.
Positively.
Why? Darius is giving his reasons as to why. Why do you feel that he's a net positive?
Give him the forecast. That was the one scene. You're muted, but you read your lips.
That's crazy.
Well, it's funny. He didn't even need to have his mic on to interrupt me, but I was also looking at you. I didn't need to stop. There's the shit he would say on Twitter. Oh my God, Chillmonger gets to talk and point at things. The times where he wanted to darken this, he did accomplish darkening the skin of Aurora Monroe, that character. Sunspot. Does he know he's muted?
I don't think he knows he's muted.
No, I know I'm muted.
Oh, okay.
I'm letting him talk.
Got it. Okay, cool. Anything else?
There's. Say that again. Anything else? What did you say at the end?
Positive or negative?
Overall, positive stuff because of the way Storm was depicted. But I also would like to tell you, there's fighting battles that didn't make the show behind the scenes that he tweeted about having to do for Storm. There's things he wanted out of the Dora Milaje or the Black Panther scenes or all that stuff. There's things that he tried to do in the show that were shot down. I don't think that I can judge the output of the show and ignore what else he was trying to do. Adapting Storm's comic stuff with Forge is something that I would give him points for going, okay, let me that way. Like her being off the table for the Genosha thing logically made sense because we probably would have asked, where is she exactly? There's things he did there logically that to me go, okay, I'm with it. I understand it. And not to mention the Sunspot stuff. I don't look at that guy like he wasn't trying to show out. He wasn't like the lines of dialogue, the sophisticated shit that he would have. I think like Roberto was like, nah, bro, I'm one of the good ones. I'm one of the good mutants. And I'm like going for it there. And there's other little little, let's call them woke moments inside this show.
Let's not call them woke.
I will call them moments in the show.
Chill, why are you talking like this? Like your mic keeps cutting out because you're talking so quietly.
Oh, sorry. I don't know, bro. It's because I'm over it. I'm over this thing. Just you can, and then Chad is over here, Chillmonger's dick riding. Bro, there's nothing to defend without the attack. There's nothing to defend. If you're gonna say some outlandish shit about someone and say he doesn't care about black representation or whatever the words are, stand up and say I disagree with that.
So when you say that about Nate Moore, if somebody says that you're saying outlandish things about Nate Moore, do you think that you're saying outlandish things about Nate Moore?
I'll point and I'll cite evidence of Nathaniel Moore saying stuff like we couldn't recast T'Challa and use words that he actually.
Okay, so why are we not? Why can't we cite Bo then? Because you used an example of saying it made sense for her to be in the desert with Forge because he brought that comic story to life, and then logically for her not to be a Genosha, blah 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 blah. You do realize though she came back. And you do realize that when she came back, she gave Bastion a motivational speech about how she's trying to connect with his humanity.
I take issue with that.
Him out.
I take issue with that. But you do realize
she did that the entire show, Chill. Great. The entire show.
Great. Now you do realize that this guy was trying to do more with Storm, and the people who were around him in Marvel didn't allow for that to happen. So to judge the output, the show, what actually happened, what made it on screen, and been point our fingers at him, ignoring the people around him who contributed to the lacking moments of Storm, is disingenuous to do so without appreciating the whole picture.
You know what else is disingenuous? To pick and choose the Bo DeMayo tweets that you want to use as leverage for arguments. I know what you're referring to. You're referring to when he said that, oh, I didn't have this, when he was arguing with other black folks, I didn't have the power to do the things with Storm I wanted to do, but you had the power to do the things you wanted to do with all the other characters. So Storm and T'Challa were the only two up there that you just couldn't.
That's how racism works.
Oh,
if you acknowledge that,
but you being the showrunner, you being the showrunner, and you were on Twitter letting us all know all the time, I'm the showrunner. I'm this. I had this. I made this decision. I made that decision. It was me. Those were my writers. This is. I'm this. I'm. So why weren't you those things when it came to the black characters? I don't. Chill.
Literally, just do I need to repeat the tweet? That's why.
That's fine. So what you're comfortable then with that? You're comfortable with him
Maybe
saying,
I need to pull it up word for word.
I get it. You're comfortable with him saying, I get it. Racism's involved. So let me put on my yes a massa hat and do what y'all are telling me to do.
No, some things he
but
was
yet
able
you
to
watched the Dairy trailer last week. No, because now I'm pissed. Now I'm going. Yet you watched the Dairy trailer.
Now that
last
you're going
week.
though, you do have to let me go.
Dairy trailer. I let you go.
But you stopped. You had to pause.
7, 8, 9 minutes. Now I'm going to go really quick. Yet you watched the Dairy trailer last weekend, and while watching that, you had pause on the Dairy trailer because of the way black folks were being represented. But you don't have pause when black folks are being represented because you happen to like this super nigga.
No.
Yes,
because
that's what it is.
Because I don't ignore that he has openly said that he was trying to do certain things with the black characters and was being shot down. And to ignore that is to be disingenuous, is to ignore that this guy has been trying to do pro-black things with the content. To ignore that and go, well, he was able to do it with the white guys, he couldn't do it with the black guys. That's exactly the point. That they were okay with him using some white, and some of them were even mad at him doing some stuff with Cyclops. Why is there a man leading the team and stuff like that? To ignore that, which is what you're doing, and I'm going to repeat that. You are ignoring that this man was campaigning and trying to do excellence with some black characters and was being shot down. For that reason, and without you knowing exactly what was happening behind the scenes, without you knowing that to speak like, this guy didn't care.
Knowing what was going on behind the scenes, Chillmonger. What do you mean by that? He writes novels and tells us what's going on behind the scenes. The man can't get on Twitter without telling us what goes on behind the scenes. He has written novel after novel after novel. You want to know
when the trailer came out, that's what Twitter was saying. The entirety of Twitter was saying, I am shocked bro hasn't given us a novel on how much he disliked the trailer because we're so used to him giving us fucking novels. So what do you mean I wasn't privy to what was going on behind the scenes? He told me what was going on behind the scenes.
It appears what you're telling me is that if there was something to know, you would have already known about it, and that he isn't withholding things. That you know everything you need to know because he would have already said everything. Is that what are you implying that there is no secret fights he had with Storm or Black Panther or any black characters because he hasn't said it yet on Twitter?
No, he has said those things. He has said.
No, are you saying that though? But are you saying that because you're not gonna?
So chill. It sounds like
you're not
saying,
gonna participate in this
because chill,
challenge that I'm giving you. I'm allowing
your little challenges, your little pop quizzes that you try to give during arguments. It's
the
so
ultimatum.
I can fit into your no, it's not a goddamn ultimatum. It's because you want me to fit into the fucking narrative that's the point that you're trying to make. But I'm not. As I tell you every time, this is not a classroom. You're not a teacher. I'm not taking your pop quiz to fit your narrative.
All right. I'm still gonna say it. I'm still gonna say it. If a guy doesn't tell you or doesn't tweet out exactly what the battle for Storm was, or multiple battles for Storm, it doesn't mean the battles didn't take place and that stuff it didn't happen because you didn't hear about it on Twitter.
But wouldn't Bo say something in his defense in the situation that for whatever reason he couldn't do a better Aurora, for example?
Yes,
wouldn't he tweet that out?
He has said that, but I believe Darius is looking for the specific things and story plots and
Darius not looking for. I don't need your minute details of what you were going to do. I just want to know.
I thought that's exactly what you were looking for.
No, I was looking for Storm to do something other than bring the goddamn forecast in episode 1.
Yeah, and because he tried to do more than that, and he has spoken about trying to do more than that, but was shot down. That's what I want to bring attention towards and say he was literally, and he has said this on Twitter. Tried.
Chill. So then why, when he was arguing with the dude that called Storm a mammy, why didn't he preference that then? Why was it weeks after? Because you want to know why it was weeks after and he didn't tell the dude then? Because that was more that he had to come up with. He did not, when he was having the original argument with that dude that called Storm a mammy, he did not say that. Why not say that then? Why wait weeks after to form a new argument to cover the lies that you were telling in the previous argument?
That conversation with Marcel for Congress, that on Twitter, that thread, what he said there does not negate that he had battles for Storm and things he wanted to do with Storm that he couldn't do.
I gotta go get my pen. You continue to say what you're gonna say because you have made my blood pressure go up. So I gotta take a hit of my pen. I'll be back.
Gotcha. No matter what he does say on Twitter to defend the things that did happen, does not undo that he tried doing pro-black shit with Storm and other characters and was shot down. And to say, well, based off the things that I did see, or based off the explanations for Storm's attitudes and things he was trying to do, or things he was able to do, we can't say he wasn't trying with the black characters at all. We can't say that. That's dishonest. That's judging a product that was not his full vision, his pro-black vision.
Your green screen is not in my provision. Okay, so the reason why, and I know chat's saying that I'm scheming here and that I'm trying to make something happen.
We were done anyways.
I really don't know.
You might have been. I wasn't.
I really don't know that much about
over and we have no topics left. That's what I meant.
My turn to speak now. I don't know that much about Bo DeMaio, so I'm not on either side. So as a person in the middle, I'm trying to make my decision, and it's hard now because I feel like one person is giving the energy behind the passion, and the other person is kind of just
telling the truth,
like whatever.
There's no. I mean, it's your truth. It's your truth, and it's your truth because you have this weird fictional friendship with Bo, but he just because he follows you, just because he replies to your tweets every now and then, doesn't mean anything. No, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. That doesn't mean anything. You have this weird fixation with Bo, but he doesn't have that with you. He doesn't. And the thing about that is, you're defending him so hard. And I said this the last time. You're defending him so hard. When he couldn't even. I have valid reasons to attack him hard.
Valid reasons to defend the attacks.
Your valid reasons are contradicting every time that you say Black folks aren't being represented in the right way from when you watch another project. That's why I don't even take your opinion on the dairy shit. The Welcome to Dairy. Anybody watching shouldn't take your opinion seriously on Welcome to Dairy, because if you flip flop every time every time it comes to Black representation, then why would I as a viewer take you seriously on your opinion on Black representation when you defend someone so hard that doesn't give a fuck about Black representation?
That's the thing that he just said there, and that's the parts where I'll say,
he doesn't like it when I say that.
Welcome to Dairy.
It when I point out the obvious.
But Welcome to Dairy, though, just to be clear, there was a scene. This takes place 70, 80, maybe 100 years ago, but there was a scene where there was white people, evil racist white people, and they looked at the Black family like they were less than. And I'm like, yeah, I don't like that, seeing that in my fiction. That was the criticism that I had. I don't like the status that they were seen and perceived in.
I love my Black folks sidelined in my fiction.
One has nothing to do with the other. I can take issues with sidelined Black characters. I can also take issues with, in Welcome to Dairy, the Black characters were being looked at as less than.
Chill, do you agree with this statement? X-Men 97, Black people weren't represented properly. Do you agree with that statement?
I don't like the Storm speech, the Bastion, the forgiveness stuff. So yes, I agree there. Black people weren't represented properly. Give me another example, and I'll tell you whether I agree or I don't agree with it.
I think they've given you multiple.
Don't. Nobody give him another example. He watched the exact same fucking show we watched. He watched the exact same It trailer we watched. If he got that from the It trailer, but he's not getting what we're getting from that, he doesn't want to get it.
No.
He doesn't want to get
it. I
it.
recognize every problem in X-Men 97, and I'll give you that. But I will also just tell you the damn truth. That Bo DeMeo was trying and wasn't able to get some of the great representation stuff on screen. Because he's being
Nate tried to. Then I'm flip-flopping like you. Nate tried to.
Sorry, Chill. I'm not trying to.
Nate literally told us.
Nate tried to.
Nate literally told us he wasn't trying
Nate
at
tried
all.
To. Yeah, but
Nate told us he wanted to kill the character. Nate has quotes. Nate's position.
Without the Black Panther, you can't have T'Challa. If you don't love T'Challa, how can you love the Black Panther? He's also given us some good tidbits too. So if you're gonna use that on Bo, then I'm gonna be right on the right there with Nate. Hey, power to Nate. I'm gonna go watch fucking Real World or whatever the fuck he's on. Survivor. Power to Nate.
The words coming out of your mouth now, the comparison you tried to make doesn't line up at all from Nate Moore. This guy literally wants T'Challa to be dead. Can't accomplish it without Chadwick Boseman, and has told us that.
Yet on his Survivor,
Bo DeMeo tried doing things with Storm and was shot down.
So
do you acknowledge that, or do you think he's lying? Darius,
you can't.
Darius, do you acknowledge that Bo DeMeo was trying to do things with Storm and was shot down, or you think he was lying when he said that?
Chill. Again,
he's not gonna answer.
I am going to answer because I've already answered that. I told you I acknowledge that because he said that shit on Twitter because he tells us fucking everything. He said that on Twitter. I'm aware of that. That's not news to me. You're trying to break some news. That's not news breaking. He said that.
Do you accept that he's telling the truth when he says that? That's what I meant.
What is this fucking weird game you're trying to play where you want me to answer? Do I think that he was telling the truth?
Yeah, that's what I meant when I acknowledged.
Was telling the truth when he put on Twitter? I don't know. I look at all of Bo's tweets and I wonder, is the nigga telling the truth? I don't know. But judging by the way Storm was treated, no. If that answers your fucking question. No, I don't.
You don't believe he was telling the truth?
No.
Behind the stage?
No, I don't believe he was telling the truth. Based off the way Storm was treated.
No. Okay, let me just make it clear.
I hate when
he says that.
To think that I'm unintelligent, and
you said based off. Listen, brother, you said based off the way Storm was treated. So not based off the way Storm was treated, based off because he was trying to make Storm be treated better than that. So, do you believe that he was trying to do when he says this on Twitter? Do you believe he's telling the truth that he was having battles for Storm, pro Black excellence moments with Storm, and was fighting that with Marvel? Do you believe that he's telling the truth? He was actually trying to do that pro Black stuff with Storm.
That's tough. Maybe I believe him, but that's tough because you're the showrunner. You got everything else you wanted. Everything else. Magneto in a goddamn Speedo. You got that. But you could. So that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. You got the horny X-Men that you wanted, but you couldn't. So it's tough. It's tough. That's tough. You're the fucking showrunner.
Is it a yes or a no?
No, I don't. You got Magneto in a Speedo, so no. You literally emulated the picture of yourself that you posted.
I got you.
And put it into the cartoon. So no, I don't.
So there, we just kind of identified. Maybe we don't need to revisit the Bo DeMeo thing again, but we just kind of identified what the problem is. That I do believe him that he was fighting for Storm and Black representation and was being shot down by that Dana woman, the Dana Vasquez. Maybe Brad Winderbaum here or there, or maybe a Ryan Coogler. Hey, you can't do that with the hair.
You're telling me.
Let me go, brother. Let me go.
Yeah, go. Please go.
Ryan Coogler. I do believe the crux of it is that I do believe him when he says I was trying to do pro Black shit and was shot down by it, making Roberto's skin darker than he's being told. Actually, we have enough Black representation. We got to work more on Latino. I do believe him when he says that. And you don't, which is why you say, the thing that the beginning of this fight, which is that Bo DeMeo doesn't care. I do believe him. I believe him. I take him for his word. But Darius, I respect you and I enjoy doing these with you. So long as we're listening to each other, I'm sure the audience enjoys this too. It's all good. But that's the problem. That's where we disagree. That I say he was fighting and was actually being shot down. You don't.
Okay, so my thing is this. So you're telling me, now don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Marvel doesn't have some weird anti-Black agenda over there. We've seen that. But you're telling me that he went to them and said, I want Storm to do some crazy Omega level mutant shit and it'd be so cool. And they said, nah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I believe
I
that.
want Magneto in a Speedo. And they said, all right.
Yeah, that's how racism works.
I want to do a weird, horny, questionable bisexual relationship between Wolverine and Morph. Okay, that's cool too. But Storm having cool scenes?
Yeah, I think they're that anti-Black over there. Yes.
I have a hard time believing that one. As much as I believe they are anti-Black, because I do. I'm sitting over here, been talking about recast T'Challa for fucking 4 years. I don't believe that one. I don't believe that they said, sure, prop that nigga up in his underwear. But Storm can't have a cool scene.
Yeah, because they're
sure,
accepting
have
of
Morph tell Wolverine, I know where I can scratch your back in the shower. But Storm can't have cool scenes.
To have Magneto in a Speedo,
I don't believe it.
Would seem that you have a considerable amount of control over the show. That would lead me to believe that you have enough creative control to do what you need to do with Storm in that case.
So Josh, you also don't believe that he's fought these battles for Storm? You also don't believe it?
I don't think those two are. I feel like he has a considerable amount of power, right? That he could have done more for Aurora Moreau. So whether he fought for him, he shouldn't have needed to do that because he could get Magneto in a Speedo. Right? I don't hear a fight being made over that, so he should have been able to do more with the character of Storm.
Is having Magneto in a Speedo a skin tone race issue? No, it's not.
And no, it just sounds like a thing that he had creative control over.
Yeah, I understand what you guys are saying.
Creative control over that.
I get the idea that if he's got enough creative control to do something so outlandish like Magneto Speedo thing, then he should have enough creative control to do things with Storm.
Or even if not Storm, as Chad is saying, Sunspot or Bishop or literally any of those things.
Pride is what I'm trying to say, though. And he was shot down for those, but not shot down for the Speedo stuff. One is a little bit more accepting, like the not nudist, but the body part stuff is more accepted than black representation.
Which is crazy.
But it's true. And I believe it's true. And I have a history of Hollywood and stuff, especially the recent history, showing you of how black excellence is kind of being treated less than, let's call it, rainbow excellence in Hollywood.
We know all that, though. But
we know all that?
Yeah.
Then all right.
No. Specifically talking about X-Men 97, it goes back to the creative control that he had. He put himself in the show, Chillmonger. He was in the show. He was on Genosha when it imploded. So like you can't tell me that he just didn't have like that they like I'm sitting here on the same like Marvel does some weird anti-black shit, but I just don't think that they told him, who had the creative control that he had with all of the shit we saw, some dope ass scenes. I've rewatched X-Men 97 multiple times. I've come on the afternoon report and said how, to me, post Endgame, that is the best thing they've done. But it's what he did with those black characters is still unexcusable. My most disliked video on my channel to date, because I sniffed it before everybody else did. It's my I think I was the first person that even put out a video. I said X97. I think the title of it is X97 is great, but we have a sunspot problem or something like that. Most disliked video.
I dislike that one too.
Yeah, most disliked video. I had people in the comments telling me, oh, it's the second episode, let it go, or here we go, or da 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 da. For us to get to the end, for me to have been right. Sunspot still treated like shit. Bishop was only even in the new trailer when he said, we got to get the X-Men back to the 90s. And I bet you that's the crux of what he's going to be doing.
Wait, does that help my case, though? Like, they're still treating the black characters less than without Bo there? Doesn't that mean, like, oh, maybe Chillmonger's onto something? Maybe there is an agenda of restricting the black characters still?
I think there's some truth to what you're saying, Chillmonger. I just don't. Again, said amount of control.
That's because what you're saying is not a good point. No one's disagreeing that. We all, even people in the chat, know that there is some weird anti-black agenda at Marvel. But again, when you have the creative control that you have, I'm going to go back to the Speedo. You keep just kind of rolling over that. Like that was just like, oh, no, he put Magneto in a Speedo. It's literally emulating the picture of him, bro, of him. He put that in there.
Because they're okay with that, but they're not okay. They're anti-black. They're not anti-Speedo. They're anti-black.
So, okay. So the morph shit. Whatever he said to him in the shower.
Oh, there's same response. They're anti-black, not anti-shower.
No. I just.
Well. Plus, if he's super nigga like Darius keeps calling him.
That's
wouldn't he be able to fight back at some level on something that needs to change for one of the black characters? Any of them. It does not have to be Storm. It could be any of the things that was a problem in X-Men 97.
Where was Sunspot's dad? He talked about that on Twitter too. He talked about everything on Twitter. There's nothing that you can say that he hasn't already told all of us. Literally, again, X-Men 97, when the trailer leaked, people on Twitter were shocked that he didn't give a see more tweet. Because that's all he gives us. He tells us everything. When I pulled into my parking spot at Marvel Studios, I saw a bird. And that bird, he tells us everything.
So,
everything.
Boondocks, the absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Just because he's vocal and says lots of stuff doesn't mean he said everything that he knows or is willing to share. I don't think like, oh, something's missing. He didn't say something. That's evidence of that. Not like he's in the middle of a court case, isn't he? Like, let them. The absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence.
I don't know what his court case has to do with the black representation, because he can speak on that. And he has spoken on that. I mean, here's my thing too. As much as I've even, I've rewatched X-Men 97 and things like that, even when Storm comes back and they get to that scene where she's given another motivational speech, because that's what she does. Let them mind your weather and let them weather your mind. And she goes out there. I was thinking the first time, even in my rewatches, I don't know why. I'm just like, I guess I just would hope that, or wish that it was there now in my rewatches. But I'm expecting, okay, now, and especially in my first watch, now she's about to go out there and she's about to do some shit. No. She made a tornado come and then she got struck down into the ocean. Meanwhile, every other fucking character gets all this shine.
Yeah. The output, what was put out, what the product of the work.
Okay, so let me ask this. Before you say that, let me ask this. Before you say that, let me ask you this. If they have this anti-black agenda to where you have to to kind of put a lid on the black characters, why didn't they do that in Infinity War? Why wasn't that done for the Russos or Civil War? Why didn't Marvel tell the Russos in Civil War, that's too cool of a scene for Black Panther? Pull back. Why didn't they tell them that in Infinity War? That's too cool of a scene for Black Panther. Pull back. So why did they tell Bo that's too cool of a scene for Storm? Pull back. What makes her different from T'Challa? They're both black.
Characters are Bo DeMeo, the Russo brothers, different ethnicities over there. I can point to that.
What the fuck does the ethnicity have to do with the command of pull back? They're black.
I can tell you that they studios, executives, bosses are more, we control you if you are not a white man.
Okay. That still doesn't, I get what you're saying, but that still doesn't to me apply to what I'm saying. Regardless of the director, showrunner, whoever's color, the character itself that we're giving shine to is still black.
I'll give you another. Dana Vasquez, I believe is her name, was someone who was shooting down many of it. Who else was it? Bo was mentioning some other people's names who were around as executives who were not present for that Civil War Russo brothers, great representation of T'Challa. And so the people around saying no were different people.
Okay.
Got him.
You didn't. You didn't. You're trying to weave your way and finagle your way out of this because
I just told the truth.
No, because you don't want to. Why you don't want to? I don't know.
Your comparison didn't work. It's not the same people saying no and being restrictive in Civil War that there were who were working on X-Men 97.
Okay, my point is Marvel Studios as a whole. If there's this anti-black rhetoric that you say that there is, Marvel Studios as a whole is not going to pick and choose when they want to implement that rhetoric. They're not going to say, oh, that director's white, so I'm not going to implement, oh, that showrunner's white, or I'm not going to, that person's black, now I'm going to implement that. That makes zero fucking sense. Zero. So what no, I let you talk. Shh. That makes zero sense. Zero sense. So for you to sit and try to say, got him, finangled him, no, that makes zero sense. Zero. For them to pick and choose when to implement a anti-black rhetoric. That doesn't make sense.
Marvel Studios as a whole is not a person with opinions who does policies. But the people who they hire is who I can point at and tell you, while the paycheck says Marvel for all of them, the people who were working on X-Men 97, that Bo DeMeo says their names and sometimes doesn't say their names and sometimes deletes the times he does say their names, those people were not working on Civil War. The comparison doesn't work. Marvel Studios and them sharing that isn't the point you may think that it is.
Okay.
I'm going to let you live in the delusion that you live in with Bo. I'm going to let you think that he is the super nigga and that let him have all the capes that you're awarding him.
You address what I said?
And you can, I don't care anymore. Because I don't care anymore. And again, as a viewer, I would not take your opinions seriously when it comes to Black representation and when not to implement it, because you are picky and choosy with it. Why it's with Bo, I don't know, and I'm done trying to decode.
Well, I told you why.
No.
We found it. We found out why.
No. You didn't tell me why.
Yeah, we did. I believe he's telling the truth. You believe he's telling a lie.
And again, I think that's, I put you in the same. There was a tweet the other day that said, "What's a mental illness?" And somebody retweeted and said, "Black MAGA." I'm putting you in that same thing. You have a mental delusion illness with Bo. I don't understand, and I'm done trying to decode it. You think the nigga super nigga? Hey, award him the capes.
Can I ask a question? Is it true that Bo DeMaio follows you? Chill.
Twitter?
Yeah.
What? Where? Keep going.
Do you feel that shapes the way you feel about Bo DeMaio in any way?
Follow alone?
Or just follow, interacting? Do you feel like any of it has anything to do with how you feel about him? Has it changed any sort of way about how you feel about him as a creator?
Killmonger's gonna do the thing where he cites evidence. Nothing I said today was resulting, or I referenced that he follows me on Twitter.
No, it doesn't. That's not where this question came from.
Plus, the day we were live streaming, the day that the Hollywood Reporter came out with their thing, he didn't follow me, and I saw the words that they used and the egregious conduct and egregious findings and this and that. I had the opinion that Disney was full of it, and I sided with Bo DeMaio's side before ever meeting this guy, before he ever watched a video of mine or I've ever followed him.
We debated about that too. I found that strange.
Before I ever
watched the video. Right?
Sorry,
I was confused as to why Darius was confused.
So you're talking about that Thursday when that article came out? Is that what Darius meant when he said you're confused about that?
Yes, the day that the article came out, we also debated because on the egregious findings thing, he seems to think that, egregious or whatever. He seems to think that the word or whatever. I don't even remember what his argument was. It was baseless then too. But So
I did draw attention to how they're not speaking about the breach of the contract after the departure, the non-disclosure agreement that Bo DeMaio felt that was infringing on his rights. That was the crux of the case that he's filed against them, and they just were talking about why he was fired in the first place, rather than talking about what Bo DeMaio's problems are. And I saw that, and I called it out then. So, Josh, back to your question: does my relationship? How did you put it? That he follows me on Twitter and I follow him back.
Has any of that changed how you feel about him in any way?
I would say this about him, and Killmonger has not been off code one time when it comes to any Black creative who's going to be accused of no evidence, because I can go at Nate more. But I've been on code when it comes to Bo DeMaio, as I'll be with everyone else. And if it feels I'm vigorously defending it, my brother on the middle of the screen is vigorously attacking Bo DeMaio, and therefore it leads me to, here, let me talk and say some things.
Only reason I ask is because I have come across people on social media as well, and it may or may not have changed my mind about some of the things that they've done, right? I'm no better in this situation. I'm just asking if you feel like that has in some way, shape, or form changed your view positively about Bo DeMaio.
Since the jump. I've been this way since the jump. And if he one day does here's this email where I was talking about why Storm should do this scene instead and this, and he reveals that scene, I'm gonna be like, all right, told you he was telling the truth, because Darius did. We got it out of him. He says that Bo DeMaio was lying about that stuff.
Thank you so much, Lawrence. That is really it. I wasn't even gonna say anything because I'm not attacking Bo on baseless, on anything baseless. I'm going off of what the man has told us.
I also don't feel that Darius has been necessarily attacking.
All right.
Maybe saying so passionately, but not necessarily attacking.
All right. Is it an attack? Is it what is it to say Bo DeMeo doesn't care about black characters?
An observation, an astute observation, actually.
Nope. It could be an opinion. It very well could be an opinion as well. It's not necessarily attacking.
Because I'm going to still stay with observation because I'm not the only one that observed that.
Again, you're not privy to the times he was trying to fight for the black characters. So you're going off of the final product, which is gone through a filter of the anti-black Marvel executives. Ooh, I was almost there too.
Going off the final product and going off of what he has said. I mean, I don't know how many times I don't know why you are picking and choosing. It's like I don't know why you're picking and choosing what tweets like you want to use and what tweets he told us these things in tweets, Jill. I'm not like pulling this out of the air. I have no reason to attack Bo DeMeo. Zero. I'm going off of what he has said online.
And you're rejecting something he said online too, that he's telling a falsehood.
Mm-hmm. Based off of my observations. Yep, I sure am.
That's like I said, that's the pinpointing the moment in which we have this disagreement. Is my microphone on well right now, guys? Yes. Sorry. Just let me know if I need to speak up because I forget to.
And not for nothing, Jill. I don't think that you're wrong in every case. In this specific case, I feel like there is some merit, obviously, to the fact that Marvel is anti-black. We talk about this all the time. However, I'm not going to let Bo escape any accountability of what it is that he brings to black representation as well. Like there is some accountability that needs to be held on him as a black creator when he's doing things for his LGBT side, but he's not doing some of those same things for his black side.
Same thing I just told to Darius. They don't push back on some of that LGBT side stuff. There's pushback for the black stuff.
And that's fine, but he needs to fight harder then in that case.
But see, Chill's argument is we don't know if he fought harder. We don't know what happened behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That's his argument. His argument is that. But my thing is, if that is his argument, I'm going to take it back to the Marcel. When Marcel was arguing with him, if I'm Bo, this is just me, but maybe we don't all think the same. If I'm Bo and Marcel comes at me and says, oh, you relegated Storm to being a mammy, the first thing I'm going to say is, brother, with respect, you have no idea how hard I fought for Storm behind the scenes. I'm not going to immediately go into, there's more to strength in a black woman than her showing her physical power. Because myself, I've been a black woman and I can speak for black women. Get the fuck out of here. Get the brother. Ooh.
That's a bit of guesswork though. The right thing for him to say to defend the scene he did end up putting out.
But he never said what. But in all the time
said it separately. He did the tweet
later on, like weeks after he kind of got to form another argument.
Okay, I
would have said that. I mean, why not?
It could be that he's like backpedaling. It could be that he was like, oh shit, they're on to me. Okay, let me just put this out there that I was doing battles. I hear you, Darius. That's a theory. And a dishonest kind of Weasley kind of guy would do something like that.
But why would you?
It's within the realm of believability that a creative would be like, oh, getting hot in here. Let me just put this out. Yeah, okay. It's possible. I just don't want to accuse someone of being that way or say it with definitiveness. And I'm going to stick up until I have evidence otherwise of him being full of it and not for representation and black representation. Yeah. I'm just not there with the finger point and the definitive statements of how he doesn't care. But I do agree, guys, that there were lackluster moments when it came to the black representation stuff. Every time anyone in the chat will tell me, well, this happened in X-Men 97, I'm going to nod my head and I'm going to say, yeah, could have been better, was bad, except for the give him the forecast stuff and stuff like that. But every other
I want to let you know that's the only one you can go to. Everyone here that's watching, there's not another scene that you can point to outside of give him the forecast for any of the black characters. So when Chillmonger references that moment, that's it. I don't know who's all seen 97. That's it. And I think it's episode 1. So and there's 9. So from episode 1 to 9, there's never a bring them the forecast moment again.
Yes, at anti-black X-Men 97 headquarters, there wasn't another moment like that again.
With the black showrunner that got everything else he wanted. I don't give a fuck about your anti-black rhetoric. I know what you're saying. We all get that. Stop rolling your eyes and looking around as if we don't understand that. I'm telling you, it does not make sense here, Chill. It makes 0 sense. He got everything else he wanted. It
does make sense.
Tina even just told you.
It's because everything else isn't black representation. Everything else.
They do push back on the LGBT stuff. That's why Victoria Alonso, I don't know this.
There was going to be a drag.
She said. That's
there
why
was going to be a
Alonso
drag.
Got the payout.
You're right. There was going to be a drag moment that he spoke on one of those, and they shot it down. They said, "Nah, we don't want to alienate the audience," or whatever the answer was. Some things in the LGBTQ sphere was shot down. That is not evidence that they weren't shooting down the black stuff left, right, and center.
Oh my goodness.
Not.
My. Well, like I said, as a viewer,
we'll actually never get to the bottom of this. He would have to, share the email files back and forth with how Storm needs to be dressed like this, and episode 7 needs to be about her, and then the Phoenix is gonna fight. Like, he'd have to reveal those, and that's just not gonna happen, because after this case, should there be a settlement, it'll be some okay, you don't speak on us, we don't speak on you, and we'll never get that answer.
So you don't find you don't have a pause that he has literally talked about so many other things, like things that he was going to do in the show, characters he was going to put in the show. Why would him saying, "Oh, and I was going to do this with Storm," how would that affect his case or the settlement or anything? If he's so able to talk about all the other things that he's just, literally telling us for free every day, what would stop him from including what he was going to do with Storm? How does that affect his case?
Could be.
Chill. Stop. Please stop. Because there's no could be on that. How is he telling us everything else? But you're telling me Marvel told him, "Hey, you better not say shit about Storm." That doesn't make sense, bro. Stop. That doesn't make sense.
There could be a lot of reasons why he would sit on that, including plans to do something in the future, plans to get these things executed in the second season of X-Men 97, which he did right, or even now that he's out with his friends who are still at season 2, implement that, do that scenes with Storm. And the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. Him not speaking on something like what he wanted to do with Storm doesn't mean that he wasn't trying to do things with Storm.
But he could speak on everything else. I'm just asking.
He's not speaking on everything else. There's lots of things he's not telling that he tried to do that were shot down and that were redirected. Not just black characters, just everyone in general.
I'm just asking, that just doesn't give you pause, that because he has talked about characters he wanted to put in. He has talked about scenes he's wanted to do. He has talked about voice actresses that were going to be a part of it. He's talked about everything. So that doesn't give you in your critical thinking skills, that doesn't give you pause.
I disagree with the first part of the statement. He has given everything, so that doesn't give you pause. I'm telling you, that's literally what I said a minute ago before you started, that he hasn't given everything on every character and everything. Okay. He hasn't.
So you're okay. So it's maybe you're not understanding the point I'm making, or I'm trying to make here. The things he has told us about characters that were going to be in it, scenes he was going to do, certain this, that were all these things. that does not give you pause when it comes to, oh, so if he's able to talk, if he's just so willing to talk about all that, then what would say, your point is, oh, well, they could be using that. Why not even just say, man, some of the dope stuff I had for Storm would have blown you guys' minds, because he says everything else. So there's nothing that, he doesn't have to give us, beat for beat what the scene was going to be. He could even just say something like, but he hasn't. And my point with that is he has said so much more about the show that we haven't even asked. Quite frankly, a lot of people are sick of him on Twitter. Again, I take you back to the X-97 leak trailer day at New York Comic Con. People were baffled that the motherfucker didn't have a Seymour tweet. So that doesn't give you pause.
Wait. Let's think about that. He didn't say something after the X-Men 97 trailer. Didn't post anything.
No, he said something positive.
Oh,
I praised.
Did tweet something? He did or he didn't?
He did. He said something positive about it.
So people are upset, like, oh, he didn't say anything negative about it.
Yes, people are upset that he just didn't give a long synopsis of what he's basically already been doing on Twitter.
Why are you saying that then? Why are you telling me what was the point that he hasn't tweeted something long and negative? Meaning like what?
Meaning. Okay, so is it all going over your head? Meaning, I clearly it is.
Yeah, please repeat it for me.
Meaning,
so he has tweeted.
He has said so much shit already.
Yeah.
He does not have to give a beat for beat scene on what Storm he was going to do with Storm, but he hasn't even said anything about like, oh man, some of the stuff I had for Storm was going to be fucking dope, would have blown y'all's minds. But he has said so much more. So that's what I'm asking you. Does that not give you pause that he has said so much more, but he hasn't said anything like that?
I want to answer your question, but you didn't answer my question. I wanted to know the relevance of why you brought up
that was me answering your question. That was the fucking relevance. He talks about everything else. So why I said that was because I brought that tweet up from the X-97 leak day because he talks all the time. People were baffled he wasn't talking.
But he did say something nice about it instead of saying something negative about it. So he talked.
Okay. So for you to be the super fan that you are of Bo, you don't pay attention to him. When he does tweet, typically you have to click see more. With that tweet, you didn't. People were shocked because he didn't ramble. He didn't talk about how his version was going to be better. He didn't talk. That's what people were talking about because he talks so much. So my point is with all the talking he does, it does not give you pause that he hasn't said anything
about a point. You're asking a question
about Storm.
Not a point. You're asking a question. You said my point is.
Okay.
Well, since he doesn't get caught.
Now you're trying to do that weird shit that you do.
Did ask a question. You started with my point is.
I'm done.
That just happened.
If you want to again continue to put the cape on the back of Bo.
It's not what I'm doing.
Naively
it's not what I'm doing. You asked the question after you began the statement with my point is. I was waiting for the point.
You can.
But you didn't provide a point. You asked the question.
To live in that. I'm just.
That just happened.
It's extremely strange to me. I will never get it. I will never get it. Never get it. But
can you
do it? So
can you
have fun in that?
Can you live in the reality that I am?
Can you live in the reality that
you started with
my
point? You started with the point, and then you asked the
weird
question.
Reason.
At this point, you two aren't even really saying anything anymore. The both of you are talking over each other.
That's why I said
talking over each other.
The both of you are talking over each other.
Done with it because there's
how come we're talking over each other?
You're literally doing it right now.
I know it's happening right now. I get it, and I'm intentionally doing it this time because I all the time pause because I know it's hard to listen to. But if I say something like, yo, what you just said wasn't right, like you said, the point is, and then you turned it into a question, you can't be a point if it's a question. That's valid, and it just happened.
It's a rhetorical
And then he's
question.
like, "Let me change the subject
Thank
into."
you, Josh.
It's a question.
I don't know
with
if
the point
it's,
of
I
being
don't know if
rhetoric.
it's something in Canada.
What did Josh say?
Maybe it's
It's a rhetorical question. It's a question asked to be a point of rhetoric.
Thank
No,
you.
it was a real question.
Thank you. I don't. Maybe it's a Canadian thing. Maybe
It
they
was
don't do
really
that.
a question.
They don't.
Asked with the intention to make a point. That's what a rhetorical question is.
Was not a rhetorical question. He actually wanted me to answer the question.
No, okay.
But even in asking the question, it makes a point. And the fact that you're not answering the question makes it even.
In Canada, we need you to make the point without the question.
I asked it like 4 times, and I still ain't got it.
It's an easy question.
It's an easy question. It's easy.
It is. I'm not trying to take sides in this situation. I started this whole thing. Well, I didn't start this whole thing, but I went down this rabbit hole because I really actually wanted a point of reference on this whole Bodemile situation. The least you could do is answer the question. The very fair question that Darius asked. It's really easy.
Hey, please ask the question one more time. Before you do, I'm gonna tell you that you were not making a point. Well, ask the question. Go ahead.
You
It's gonna be the same answer.
You know what I've said, so I've said it quite a few times now.
I don't think we're ever getting the question asked again. It's cool. It's fine. I just the point was, yes, he wanted you to answer the question because it was a simple question. It should have been a simple question to answer. It's cool. Anyway, do we have any other topics? Like, what do we?
I don't believe so.
Got super chats. Because I got that static on pre-order. I won cash on TD.
What is TTD?
What's TD?
I don't know what that is. Actually, we probably shouldn't even be saying that because it's not like they threw it back at us. No free sponsorships.
Absolutely not. We'll take the 2. Thank you to you. Go to Lawrence, who also has a super chat.
Money big, Uncle Phil, twin Glocks, Helen Lil, niggas hate, Uncle Tom, spin them off me, carousel, get them off me, go to hell.
Where was his energy when he was there before he got fired? He didn't have any of that energy. He was okay with everything. That's jumping. All right, yeah, he was okay with everything. All right, Lawrence, say that. No question, no doubt about it. He was okay with everything when he was working there. Wasn't fighting.
Lawrence, I want you to know that.
You know what's also? I'm sorry, Josh. I'm so sorry. You know what's also funny? How you do with Bo. You know,
this with anyone.
No, this is about Bo. This is about Bo. This is about Bo. This is why I brought it back. This is about Bo.
With anyone.
So the reason is why this is so funny is because you know who really stays at the limelight. You know who we really don't ever hear from? Kevin Feige, and you criticize him so much. Oh, he's the president of the studio.
Why do you make false comparisons?
What? How was that a false comparison?
Because he's not a showrunner. Because he's not doing. So I criticize his anti-black
time out. So when Bo is sitting at a long table with everyone, president, showrunner, leader, whatever title you want to put on it, is he not the head of that shit?
He's the showrunner. He answers to people.
Okay. I was just trying to thank you for the $10, Lawrence. I appreciate it. I was just answering, just trying to throw something on your question there, brother.
That $10 will go towards lighting Chillmonger's green screen.
Or was his energy when he was there, but before he got fired, he didn't have any of that energy. He was okay with everything. People who work places want to continue working places. A lot of times they don't have much bad things to say. I watch a lot of WWE. A lot of former wrestlers will talk about while they're working there. You don't hear about it. When they're not working there, here come these stories that come out of things that went wrong, creative decisions and whatnot. That's just normal for people to do. I like when people are outspoken. I give them, like Colin Kaepernick while he was in the league doing his stuff. Like I like that, commend that, and I also get how being a guy who rattles Bodemeo was reporting things to HR and whatnot. So he says, he did have energy, and I think that has a lot to do with why he's not there anymore. But thank you for the 10, Lawrence.
What do you mean that has a lot to do with why he's not there anymore? That's your assumption.
He's being
that's your assumption, because you don't want to believe the tabloids when they said that they had egregious findings. So I'm going to choose to believe the tabloids when they said they had egregious findings.
Oh shit! All right.
Oh yeah, no, we debated about this before. I know you have that short-term memory to where you don't remember shit somehow, but we've debated about this before. They said they had egregious findings, so it's not as if he got fired because he was standing up to them. He got fired because he was sending inappropriate shit to his co-workers.
So you say with certainty.
Okay. Yep. Because that's what the Hollywood Reporter said, and that's what Marvel said, and that's what the fucking tabloids are saying. So if they said they found that, that's what I'm going to believe. They said they have found egregious findings. He doesn't like the word egregious findings or whatever the fuck his argument was.
You didn't say right now. You didn't say egregious finding. You said he sent stuff to his coworkers. That's what you said. You should walk that one back.
I'm not going to walk that back. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that because that's what his coworkers were even saying. So I'm gonna stick with that. The emails, the things he was sending.
I think you're referring to the article from Jeff Snyder, which has been pulled. Is that the one where he said that stuff? Is that the one, or is there something else you're referencing?
No, the one from Jeff Snyder
that he deleted.
Regardless of him deleting it or not. So again,
that's cool.
Are you gonna pick and choose when Jeff's scoops are cool and when they're not cool? So if it's recast T'Challa news and they say they're recasting T'Challa, oh, Jeff's on it, he's on it. But if they say something about Bo and he pulls it, it has to be because it was a lie. He didn't hear something that was accurate. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. You cannot have your cake and eat it too.
Is the recast T'Challa article deleted? Then it's not a
that does not mean that just because the article is deleted does not mean that the content.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I brought it up, that it was deleted. That's why I brought it up, that it was the deleted article. That's what. Like, if it wasn't deleted, I wouldn't have brought it up.
I tell you what, if I ever need a lawyer, you can bullshit your way out of.
You're making false comparisons, and I'm telling you the differences.
I'm a paper your plane to get you across the lines. Because your ass can weasel your way out of some shit, even when you know it's bullshit. But hey, you keep doing that.
Nah,
I just really hope
the wrong profession.
I just decimated your comparison of both.
No, you're in the wrong profession.
I'm talking, and you won't let me talk. You want to talk over me, and then Josh is gonna say we're talking over each other.
Minutes ago, did you not want us talking over each other? You were just cool with that a few minutes ago when Josh was trying to make that whole thing. He was like, "Oh, you guys are going nowhere. You're talking over each other."
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Often in this stream and when we stream, I will chill and I'm all right. Let's not talk at the same time. 20 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago, when I was talking to Josh and we're talking over each other, I chose to talk over each other, but to use that exception to the rule as that is the rule that I talk over you.
Damn, get to your point. You're wasting your talk time. Get to your point.
But you're doing what I was talking about here.
Yeah, because you won't get to your point. I don't need you to break down and preach to me about
what you are literally talking when I'm talking.
Yes, now I am
complaining that I'm talking. Then don't do what you think is the problem.
Chill.
The Jeff Snyder stuff, I'll take his word for it when he said that they were planning to do the recast, and we know it was not exactly a recast, but he's a black guy named T'Challa. Just soda to cola T'Challa. I get that. I accept that from him. He didn't delete that. I believe it to be true. If they change their mind, they change their mind. Jeff Snyder posted that thing talking about how we talk to coworkers and stuff like that, and I think it's wild for you to take the words of Jeff Snyder's report. There's no interview or a guy putting his face on it, a name on it. But if you had a picture of Bo DeMayo on your phone, whether you wanted it or not, I think that was how that article went and how it was worded. I don't think it's right to say, whether it's Bo DeMayo or anybody, to just go with that and be like, F this guy, or not give this guy the grace, not have an understanding that he's going to be picked on, hated on, and just run with it as fact. I am against that. I'm glad Darius, for whatever you want to say, to do so. I do think that he's worth fucking not throwing to the wolves like that. Josh, where are you on that? Do you think that
you
true?
don't get to skip
False?
Josh after addressing me on that? Firstly, again, I'm not going to pick and choose when I want to believe Jeff Scoops and when I want to discard Jeff Scoops. He clearly heard something from someone within the business, because that's what the fuck he does. What could have happened after that article got put out is a cease and desist, but made him pull that down. You have no idea what happened behind the scenes with Jeff.
You're right. I do have no idea what happened behind the scenes. I accept that.
So therefore, I'm going to stick with what I thought and what I said, because if I'm going to believe Jeff when he says this about a movie or this about a TV show and it comes true or this or that, and I'm doing emergency live streams when he talks about recast fucking Chala, then why would I say, oh, but that one's a lie?
In a cease and desist, if what he's saying, there's no cease and desist or however legal jargon it is, if Bo DeMayo made an act to make Jeff Snyder take it down, but it's true, Jeff Snyder still took it down?
I'm not a lawyer. I don't know how cease and desist worked like that. I just know that if you were to get one or something, like I said, this is your profession. Like I said, this is what you should have been doing instead of up here with us. But
thank you.
I don't know how that, whatever. I said what I said. I'm Nene Leaks here. I said what I said, and I'm sticking on what I said. That's how you feel. That's how you feel.
Yeah.
Cool. Feel that way.
I think that it being taken down after a cease and desist or whatever the legal filing it was, I think that if he did actually take it down, maybe it's because it was murky. That's where I'm leaning towards. Maybe because there wasn't evidence to keep it up. Like, no, this is the truth. I'm gonna stand by it. I got the email, I got the pictures, I got the everything. I saw the transaction, the exchange where Bo DeMayo did indeed send it. Therefore, this is true, and I'm Jeff Snyder keeping it up there. But he didn't. He took it out.
He didn't. So lean on, brother. Lean on.
Chat, have you ever been to your friend's house and the parents start fighting? That's how I feel right now.
I can't wait for you to take this much of an issue with another Black creative. You guys are gonna get the same chillmonger.
No, we don't. No, we don't. Don't believe that,
probably
chat.
Not gonna.
Don't believe that, chat. He has shown you he is flip-floppy on his stances with shit like that. Don't believe that.
Because it ain't more. I was gonna ask for an example of another Black creative who I just like shit on or don't give the benefit of doubt.
I wasn't just talking about Black creators. I was just talking in general about your Black representation stance. Got some holes in it.
And the worst thing about feeling this way, chat, I low-key started this. Low-key. Didn't know it would go this far. Sorry, yo.
This happens quite often, though, so it's not like a you deal. It happens often.
I'm just having a conversation with chat. I don't even know what's going on this other side of the screen over here.
Phil's not even paying attention to the comments on this debate, which is true. Because we all know he's tripping on this one. It's not because I'm tripping on this one. It is because sometimes I'll say some stuff and I'll get started on it and then the flow would be interrupted and I'm like, oh. And it's happened enough times and I've drawn attention to it probably about each and every time it's happened where I'm like in the beginning of something and one of them to have something to say.
At the expense of starting something else,
you won't.
I think there was another super chat.
Yeah, I'll get to these super chats.
Okay. I've been boozy since I left. I ain't changing for a chin. Tell my mom I ain't forget.
Bird, $4.99. Did we talk about Zombies creator saying that Chadwick wanted T'Challa to live on / recasted? Late, so I might have missed it. Keep up the great work. Bird, wind like shit to the first hour of this stream is when me and Josh were covering that one. So yes, you did miss it.
Appreciate it, Bird.
Yes. You want to touch on that one, Darius? The you said no already, right?
Not. Everybody knows my position on recast and where I am, and nothing new to add to that conversation that would be worth sitting through.
Okay. Do you think I'm wrong for covering it? Like, we didn't go long on it either, but like, I'm gonna cover it, right?
Am I gonna cover it?
Yeah. Like
No.
at least acknowledge that it happened. Like that's what I did.
I did it on Twitter. I retweeted it and said something, but as far as me getting up on the platform and going into some deep dive on things that I have said for the past 4 years, there's nothing more that I can say on Recast T'Challa that you cannot find in my Recast T'Challa playlist. There's nothing more I can add to this until Marvel comes out and definitively either says yes or no. There's nothing more I can give you.
Did you see that tweet from that guy? Those Recast T'Challa guys were right. They're doing exactly what they said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I sit back in I hate it. I don't even want to be like, oh, I told you so. But yeah, it is like I told you so. I think the last rant I gave on this was during the afternoon. Woke up and I said what I said. You know, I fear it's too late. It's great. Everybody is now, and now here I am. It's great now that everybody is, you know, saying the things that they are saying, like, oh, you know, those recast guys were right, and oh, this is weird, and oh, maybe they should have recasted him, and oh, they are keeping black talent down. Somebody else could have had this role. Yeah, these are things we said for 4 or 5 years, and you guys said you're being hateful, you're being disrespectful, you're being fanboys, you don't know better than Marvel. Oh, what else were they going to do? Combating us instead of getting in line with us. You combated us so hard that made Marvel believe, oh yeah, well, this kid's fine, the bastard's fine, and wait, it's all fine over here. They love it. So, you know, I fear that it might be too late. I know some of you are still holding on to that hope, and I'm holding on to I'm like the woman that touched the hem of his garment. I'm holding on to the hem of the garment. I ain't holding on tight with y'all, but I'm on the hem. Because it's not, I don't see it. They've given me no evidence. They've given me nothing that says, hey, I want to recast T'Challa. And so does Ryan Coogler, the guy that we've now heard from 4 or 3 different creatives that when they wanted to use him, they had to call that brother first. So, no, I don't think so.
Need evidence? Just like when Megan Good was smiling about Kang the Conqueror is going to be back. I'm like, yeah, that's evidence there. And then, it's a multiverse, you never know. Like, that's evidence.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's evidence for sure. For sure.
Oh, there's super chat. There was T'Challa right there. Johnny Olden Jr. The Disney Marvel agenda is to push LGBTQ. I believe that's about the time we were talking about.
That was a while ago. Shout out to JO though.
11:57, so a half hour ago. I think I was saying they're anti-black, they're not anti-gay, they're not anti-anything else. So yeah, they allowed the speedo scene to happen. They're anti-black.
So we believe that this evangelical Christian nationalist supposedly company that is at the behest of Israel and all these other places are pushing an LGBTQ agenda. Oh, okay. Boy, I tell you, it's always interesting when we are able to come together just to see how starkly different we all view things.
Want to touch on Johnny's words, Josh?
No, thanks for the 5.
5.
Or 10, whatever. However.
Click a deep clank, click a deep clank. The money goes into my piggy bank.
And this is the final one from Tina. She Dreads Me YouTube channel. I love y'all, fellas. That's it.
Love you, Tina. Love you being here. Got to have you back on for real.
Tina, you could have took my space.
No, Josh being here was great. We need Josh here more. He said, guys, I'm
absolutely
scared.
Right.
When did you change it to guys? I'm scared. No, we need Josh here more.
I'm blinking twice. I'm being held against my will. No. It's been fun. I really just want to know through all of that.
No more. No, you're about to make this go 10 minutes longer.
Oh no,
maybe, but it's going to go in a direction that I want it to. Okay, all of that energy and smoke that you just had, Darius. Will you keep that same smoke for Ray?
Ray Skywalker?
No.
Oh, Ray.
Yeah, that Ray.
Ray. Hey, I'm always with the smoke.
So
that's my that energy y'all see here. That's not just like, oh, the camera's on. That is personality 24/7.
Rey Mysterio?
No, Trae Young's father. So if you see him, Darius, it's on sight, like hands and feet,
shoulders, knees, and toes.
Like you will rock bottom him if you see him.
Hey, all the way.
Oh, you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, I'm sorry, Chillmonger. Yeah, you got to tell us something when this is all said and done. You held off on saying something, and I want to know what that thing was. Earlier, we'll talk about it later.
Okay, we're out.
There's something I'm going to say behind the scenes.
So we're about to talk behind the scenes. Do we cut to the clip where Josh ends our stream, or do we just make Josh? My hands are up here. End the stream. Go.
I don't know that I want. Well, no, actually, I should. I'm afraid.
You rock out.
Are
guys, you fucking with
great.
it?
I don't. How do y'all remember that? Why is that such a part of the Pantheon lore? And I don't even remember it.
You were drunk, and you thought you were leaving the screen, and you hit end.
Yes, I know. I wish I was that drunk now.
Every day.
Anyway,
it's okay though.
Anyway, everybody.
General consensus, and whether you're a glass half full guy or glass half empty guy.
That night, I was a glass full guy. A shot glass full. Anyway, shout out to Culture Made, Tina, Steve, Professor Film Fan, Johnny, Bird, Rogue Comics, Buck's Thoughts. Yo, it's been real. I'm still scared, but on that note, we out. Peace.
Peace out.